All right. Yeah, I got it to work. That was weird. That was very strange. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I apologize. Yeah. Oh, that sucks so bad. All right. Well, I put the link out there, and I told Somi and Christine she's welcome to be there. All right, let me throw this link. I got to throw the link to Gibbsy. So, but yeah. Uh, all right. Yeah. Well, he's a he's a special guy. All right. All right. Let me. I'm gonna drop down, guys. I'm sorry. I'm live over on mine. So anyway, hold on. I got Jack over here. He thought I left, I guess. So I repeat what other men have said because I'm just weasel. No, I actually I very rarely repeat what other men said. You dumbass. However, you sir, have said some very disgusting things, and then you tried to recant and say you didn't say them. I will never fucking forget, and you better pray we never meet because I'm a controlled man, but there are limits, and you've broken. Yeah, yeah. And by the way, stealing another man's work and claiming it as your own, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be on the internet. So, yeah. But yeah, Jack for people that don't know, Jack made a career. No, no, Jack JAC in the panel verse, the panel verse. The Canadian jackass in the chat right now is the panel verse. Jack JAC has a lot. First of all, he has a lot of alts, and he's a piece of shit. He said some very disgusting things about me, Andrew Wilson, Rachel Wilson, Glenn Lawrence, and a couple of others because we got really upset that he was stealing everyone's content, specifically Andrew's, though, was the big one. He was literally downloading. He paid for a membership to Andrew. This is how fucking Weasley this motherfucker is. He paid for a membership to the Crucible so he could then download entire episodes of Andrew's show, debates and whatnot. And then he would change the background. That's it. and then repost them as on his channel as his work. He is a piece of shit. When Andrew asked him politely to stop, he spurged out. When Andrew said stop or else, he spurged out. Andrew said, I'm going to take you to court over this, which, by the way, Andrew did not. Andrew's not a mean person. He's not spiteful. He ended up just kind of letting it go. When all this was going down, Jack was accusing Andrew of being a pedo, of abusing his kids, of abusing his wife. Same thing to me. He accused me of the same thing. He accused Glenn Lawrence of the same thing. He accused everybody. He just goes, he went absolutely fucking mental. I can't believe he has the balls to show his face anywhere on the internet, especially where I go, because I will tell everybody exactly who you are, young man. And I don't care that you live in your car. There's some people that get what they deserve in life, and you, sir, have received exactly your just desserts. And with that, gentlemen, I apologize for ruining your time. Ladies, always a pleasure. I'm going to be over on my show. You guys can hang out. He does not come on panel. He does not come on panel, but you cannot trust that motherfucker at all. He is a lying piece of shit. Yeah. I do apologize. I just can't let that slide. Yeah. Well, hats should never be straight. Rule number 1 of wearing a hat. I am, however, a pilot, so I always announce my departure. All right, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Lost to Avarice. What is up, my man? Did I say that I thought that you were avoiding me? I don't think that I did, but that's okay. How are you, sir? Avarice, would you like to come up for a moment? Let me see. I think I can just throw the link out there. Let me just see if, yeah, I got that. This is for Avarice. Avarice, you may come up and hang out with me if you'd like. I like Avarice. I like Avarice a lot. He's a good dude. No, I did not think you were avoiding me. I may have said something similar in jest. It is sometimes hard to tell if I'm joking or not. What's up, Chip and Flint? How are you? Hey, it's Avarice, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, I heard just through grapevine. You know, there's just I only get birdies, right? Like everybody has someone that says someone, and someone said that you said I was avoiding you. I was like, no, I've just been busy. I can see where you said that though. Oh, okay. I thought it was because one time you sent me the StreamYard, and I was just really busy. I couldn't make it on. No. So I was like, I could see where he could think that. I didn't mean that, though. So I was like, most of the time, though, Grid should know if I have a problem with somebody, I'm usually the hit it with a hammer approach. Yeah. I just go directly at that person.
I'm the same, right? I'll go find you. If I have a problem with you, I'll go find you. I'm not even going to wait for you to come find me. I'll just go find you.
Yeah, no, I've just been prepping because I have a huge debate tonight. It's my first one on Swords of Reason, but it's for one that's really like important for me, which is the Mankind Project is the most dangerous cult, active cult against JS. That's really what it is against JS, because it's been an ongoing dispute in his Discord for going on a year, and so we're gonna put a nail on that coffin tonight.
Interesting.
And I'm gonna do. So listen, I'm not really I'm not a great debater. I've never claimed to be a great debater. On top of it,
you're entertaining though.
That I know how to do. And that's what I was trying to get. So I know how to entertain. I play Rust. So what I figured is I'm not gonna approach this like I'm a smart debater. I'm going to approach this how as if I'm Avarice. So I hope tonight you guys will see, and the world will see a different way of debating.
I have to be honest with you. I won't see it because I have an issue with the.
Oh, I can't. You know, listen. I'm sorry. I forget people's stuff. Yeah. But again, on the side, I'm going to attempt a new strategy in debate, which is going to be cool. So. Okay. So I hope the strategy pulls off, not speaking on the channel, but just speaking on the strategy alone. I hope my strategy works out. I hope that I put a lot of minds went into this. I put a lot of people and effort and energy went into making sure that this happens. So I'm really excited in the back end. So I want to like, if I was to give a shout out to anybody, Mr. C, a huge shout out because Lou and
Mr. C is amazing with debate and debate tactics.
Yep, and Corinth, that was my team. They all came together.
Oh, Corinth is awesome.
Yeah, and we came together and put together a commanding argument. So
excellent. Yeah, I don't know that I ever said that you were avoiding me. I actually thought that what I think I said was I feel like you guys probably think I'm avoiding you and Rob and everybody else because I have been busy and not been around. I haven't even been online. I haven't been streaming that much lately. So, and I did
for sure, and it could have been misinterpreted, right?
Yeah, I did say that it's annoying that I miss so many of Rob's streams now because I used to catch him every day, and because he would do like 10 in the morning until noon his time, and I went live at noon my time, and so we had a nice little overlap there a little bit, and I could catch him before I went live and whatnot. But he changed his time slots around, and now I can't catch him. Like I don't even know when he's going to be on most of the time. So,
So. That could totally be the case. I mean, I'm not even here to misinterpret. I'm here to represent myself. As I'm here. I want to be fun. I want to be entertaining with you.
We can be entertaining. So we're doing another. We're trying to do another party in Dallas.
I did not know. I've been super busy. Rob.
We haven't said anything about it. So. There were a couple of people who literally told me that the only reason my event was a success was because of the Crucible people. And I said, well, I don't think that that's the case because it was about half and half and maybe a little bit more non-Crucible people than Crucible people. Certainly the debaters were none of them were from Crucible. And and so I haven't really said anything about it in the Crucible because I don't want them to come, but because I don't want it to be perceived that I'm pandering or something. Right. And
I hear that.
And I invited Rob the other night. He said that he couldn't get a debate through Modern Day Debate. And we're trying to and actually one of the things we're going to be talking about later when Admiral Gibbs gets here is that, Gibbs is helping me with this again. Now, he didn't really help me last time, but he is helping me this time. And so we're going to have basically the same kind of event, but it's going to be a few more debates, and it's going to be a little different. Obviously, they all have to be different, but. So, and we got a lot of people that want to be a part of it. I mean, I had more before I'd even decided whether or not I was going to do it. I had people asking me about it and wanted to be in on it and everything. So,
no, that's it was a fun event last time. I had a wonderful time, and I had a fantastic hot dog and a free beer. So that's always a good thing.
Where did you get a hot dog from?
Because we serve
barbecue.
Pulled pork too. That barbecue, the barbecue, and I also had a hot dog. Yeah, also, I don't know where I mean, I was all over the place. I was getting. I also knew where the hidden fridge was upstairs too with the beer.
That's true. I knew it was there, but I didn't tell anybody else it was there.
So I actually, I know this is completely left field, but I actually was like, you know what? I do have a grid topic today. I do have a grid topic. Rarely do I get to talk motorsports, and this is the best place to do it. How about that F1 season this year?
So I don't actually pay that much attention to F1 because it's I did sports cars,
but
and it's
right now it's too much not to pay attention to. You see the highlights.
No, I don't. I haven't watched any of it.
No. Okay, so you know that they switched to a 50-50 conversion this year. So 50 has to be energy, 50 power has to come from energy, from fuel. Big disaster. Let's start with that. Cars are dying on the grid, right? They're getting to like lap 23 and they're dying because they're pushing too hard on the grid. All right.
Okay.
First off. Second off, the entire last month was canceled because of the war. So all those tracks were gone. So we just have that track gone. Hamilton retiring.
The track in Dubai.
Yeah. Hamilton retiring, it looks like. Verstappen going to GTR, it looks like. So it looks like just the whole thing's falling apart.
Yeah, I did hear that Hamilton was going to retire. I think that's a wise move. He's not been doing, from what I have seen, he hasn't been doing particularly well. And, which happens with everybody, right? And, yeah. And I heard something about, obviously, most of the stuff that the stuff I'm interested in is like the technology that they're putting into the aero that they're doing and the way the teams are cheating. So,
yeah. I don't know I don't know how the cheating goes with that, but what I do know is I think a lot of the drivers are right with F1 in the direction that it's going is that it's going to be up to the software now and no longer the drivers. Right. And when the cars become just the next software update and no longer the skill of the driver, I do think that plays a role in the engagement for the viewers. Sure. Right. Because if the drivers aren't happy, you're going to really notice it. And you can notice it through like a good way to example in have you seen or heard of the F1 Netflix show called Drive to Survive?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I'm not aware of it, but it sounds like something I would support.
So it's a series on Netflix that's popular. It's really what brought the bass into the United States. This is a true statistic. If you want facts, I'm more than happy to find them for you.
Sure.
But the Drive to Survive getting on Netflix really brought the bass into America, which also brought Miami, Las Vegas, and Dallas. On top of that, you can see that the first 4 or 5 seasons super fun to watch, right? But as it,
hold on, I'm sorry. The Formula One came back because they built the track at COTA, Circuit of the Americas. That was
correct.
That was
I'm talking about things that increased engagement is what I'm saying.
Oh,
the 3 new tracks
yeah.
And the F1. I'm saying that these are the things that built engagement into America. I'm sorry if it sounded like I didn't mean to make it sound like the F1, the TV show on Netflix made those tracks. No, there's all of these things.
It could be the case that that's true, but I would say that, I personally would argue that the reason the engagement is higher with F1 now is because, well, first of all, I think that because COTA got the race and then they did Long Beach again, that opened it up to where, and FIA changed because Ecclestone, retired, and he was really the guy who was keeping Formula One out of the U.S. Right? Bernie did not like he didn't like us because he didn't like the way the venues worked. He didn't like a lot of it. Right? He wanted to be catered to. And I can't think of the guy Sylvain. I forget the guy's name now. But when Ecclestone was bought out, that's when it all changed for F1 in America, and that's when we started getting the races coming back.
I understand, but what helped build those engagements, right? And that's what I'm trying to say, right? We added new tracks in very pointed areas. One is Vegas,
Sure.
That was huge. Miami's massive because of the celebrities, right? Texas, I get because everything's bigger in Texas. I don't know how that really plays in.
COTA was the first one. They built the track specifically to get Formula One. Basically, Formula One said, we can't race in America because there are no Formula One FIA-approved tracks anymore.
Yes.
And even if there were, we don't want to run our cars where IndyCar runs. We don't run and whatever. And so they built COTA, Circuit of the Americas. They had an F1 race there. I don't know how many they've had there, but and then that opened up the idea of going to Long Beach. They couldn't go to Long Beach. I think my memory's fuzzy on this, but I think they couldn't go to Long Beach because kart IndyCar races there. So they don't want to race anywhere that kart IndyCar races or they don't want to be compared to IndyCar.
Yeah,
they don't want to. They don't have anything to do with it. So at the same time, the Indy cars were undergoing a massive change because of the crash back in 2018, 2017. And so they were being changed. They became a one supplier, one chassis supplier, and all of this. So there was a slight loss of interest in IndyCar for a while, and Formula One took advantage of it, to be honest with you. And they were able to secure Vegas. That was 2 years ago was the first time in Vegas, I think.
I think that was 3. So my wife went to the first one. I think that was 3 years ago, but it might be 2 years ago.
Yeah, it could have been 3 years ago. Yeah, it could have been. It was expensive. I mean, it was incredible how expensive that what the amount of money that they were wanting just for just crappy seats. It was just hilarious how expensive it was. And then now they're Formula One sees the value in being in America again, especially from the manufacturer's point of view, because this is helping McLaren sell cars. This is helping Ferrari sell cars, and because they can have all of their customer events and everything here. But I don't know about the show. I didn't even know the show existed, but I know more about Formula One. And I have a friend of mine who really follows Formula One, and he'd probably be a better guy to talk to this about. But I'm sorry, I digressed away from your show. So the show was basically like a learn how to drive Formula One, or
no, it was like a reality show for Formula One where they
Formula One.
Yeah,
follow the driver.
Followed the drivers, all of them.
Drivers, okay.
Yeah, followed the drivers and the managers.
That certainly, that makes the drivers more personable.
Yeah, and so it was really good. But then you can see that as the FIA starts putting more regulations on things, and as the more they want the show to be more family friendly, that drop and as the last season, I found it very hard to watch. I found it almost near impossible. It was almost like a shell of its former self, and I think that's just the way it's going. I think that as they try to get this engagement, I think a lot of places, a lot of sports do this, but as they try to get engagement to everybody instead of just how it was working, it down
too much.
Yeah, just waters it all down.
I think that happens with video games too, because I remember when I used to play, and this is going way back. I used to play Splinter Cell and a couple of others, and it seemed like that the more, I guess, watered down it got with each increasing version, it got further and further away from the original kind of plot storyline. And I just lost interest altogether. Yeah, I didn't care.
That's why, listen, this is why I stay true to my Rust. 15 years of hasn't changed except updating how it looks and new features, so I can see how certain games get watered down. I hope that there's what we call a resurgence in our game creators where they want to make more base games, and I can see a few more coming out. But I hope that the FIA, and this is I guess the curtail of it, and I hope that they do make changes to put it back and see that. I hope that they make their first conservation move to try to conserve it back to the way it was. And personally, I'd just like to see them go to V12s or V8s again. So, ending statement.
I really like. So, me personally, I would like them to get I understand that they love the electric motors and the technology. They spend a ton of money on the technology. Me personally, I would love to see. And actually, I proposed a couple of. Well, hold on. I would like to see a return to the V10 or V12 cars with manually shifted gearboxes rather than electronically shifted. Now it can be manually, like it could be paddled, but no more pre-shifting, none of that. No computer between.
Right? Yeah, the computer. Yeah, the computer stuff. I think that's where I think the drivers are getting all angry. Right? It's like like they said, and they even make fun of it this year. They call it the mushroom button, right? Where you just get a little boost, or what was the other reference? What was the other reference that they made to Mario Kart? They just made Mario Kart references up and down.
Yeah, well, we used to call them push to pass buttons. And I used to have a really, I ran a series where we were allowed a specific amount of time for turbo boost. Like literally, like you push a button, and it would allow you to have X number of seconds of higher boost level. They couldn't cut the boost out completely, but basically it was a valve that shut the wastegate for a specific length of time. And we ended up finding a way to game that by using air pressure to hold the valve closed. Like we ducted air, cooling air through, and the wastegate was sealed there. And so we're actually changing the air pressure around the wastegate so that anyway, we cheated. We weren't ever caught doing it.
A lot of people, that's cheat till you get caught, right? That's what the number one.
It's not really a cheat because it technically wasn't in the rules that I couldn't do that. But
who's famous for doing? There's an F1. What's his name? Fucking the Ferrari driver. Is it not Sienna?
Schumacher.
No. The one right before him.
Senna.
Famous. Is it Senna the one that's famous for breaking the rules, like, or not even breaking the rules, but changing the game, like with they had to change the fuel load because of him. Yeah, they had to change the fuel load because of him.
I think I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. The German guy.
I thought it was an Italian guy, but or English guy, but either way, there was a driver where they had to keep changing rules. Like Verstappen's a good example where they have to keep changing the FIA because they keep doing something that skirts the rule. So,
well, I mean, that was me. I mean, so like, just for example, when I ran touring cars, and there was a lot more room to cheat in touring cars, or not cheat, but to just exploit holes. For example, I went to a touring car team. There was racing the Mazda 626. Now that's a legit 4-door car, right? That's a limousine. And we were out there against touring cars, which were the Acura Type R, the Integra Type R, Honda Civics. We were racing against Volkswagen Golfs, short cars. And it was a really interesting time to be in the sport. Okay. And one of the things that I did, so the rules said that, well, there was no rule on the bodywork of the car except it had to be original. So one of the things I needed to push the I think you're thinking Nicky Lauda is who you're thinking about.
Lauda, that is who I was thinking of. Thank you. There we go.
And so,
why is Anson so angry in this chat today?
Anson's just trolling. He's helping. Okay. He's fun.
Okay, I was like, he's so angry.
He's just trolling. He's not angry.
Okay, I was like, usually
he's having fun. He's having a good time.
Usually he's having a great time.
He's mad. He's mad because we're winning the Iran war, and he keeps telling me that next week the U.S. is going to fall on its face and trip on our dick because we don't know what we're doing in Iran, and Iran's secretly winning this. And every week I ask him the same thing, Anson.
Anson's got a great Polaroid of AI of me with boobs. It's a great. He gave me a great rack.
Sage Outcast also here hates Trump, and he says we are not winning. Really looks like we're winning there, Sage.
Oh, look, I passed 3 minutes. I was going to stay till 10:30. I passed a little bit, but hey, I got to get back to work. It's been a pleasure being up here.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm glad I got to talk a little F1. I never really get to talk cars at all because I talking Rust to kids all the time, or yelling at people on panels. So it's been a pleasure, and
what's Rob's schedule like now, so I can try to catch him?
Busy. So we have every other Thursday is the no prep debate. Monday, every Monday is the Law and Order. And then
I can usually catch those, at least part of it.
And then Tuesday through Friday is literally just the after show, or the main show. And we just started the call-in show Tuesdays and Thursdays on Rumble exclusive. So the schedule's hectic. Are you trying to DM me, and if you're trying to get him on or anything, and we'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, he's always welcome to come on the show, but no, I was just I like to watch other people's shows. There's a limited number of shows that I will actually make time to watch, but otherwise, if I pop on and somebody's on, I'll try and go on their show sometimes or whatever. But so the regular call-in show is 7 p.m. My time, which was 7, 8, 11 Eastern, right? Yeah, I'm already in bed by 11. Well, I'm in Central, so I'm already in bed by then.
Yeah, so that's the normal show. Or getting
close to. Yeah, I have a regular schedule, so there you go.
Yeah, I don't. I have an off schedule, so.
Anson admits he was wrong. He thought Trump would have resumed kinetic strikes by now. No, we don't need to. We just keep beating him up about the head with the economy. I'm going to add Dennison to the stage. Welcome, Dennison.
And I'll be heading off the stage. So
enjoy. Have a great rest of your day, man. Reach out to me about Dallas. You're going to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
You are going to be there. Okay. Are you bringing the wife and the young one?
I'm bringing the wife, not the young one. So
okay. All right.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Bring the wife. Those are key rules to all events. Always bring the wife. So
I'm trying to get my wife to go, but I think she has to be in New York that week. So
you're a busier person. My wife stays at home, does nothing. So
we're definitely like ridiculously busy. So
yeah. So enjoy. Much love.
All right, man. Catch you later. Dennison, how's it going, my man?
Excellent. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Pretty soon we'll have Admiral Gibbs on. We're going to have a great discussion today. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we have the great Dennison. Dennison is in the house. What do you think about Anson, Knowles, and Sage Outcast viewpoint on Iran?
It's hard for me to wrap my head around.
But I'm not sure. We're losing, right?
So, I mean, the United States does things very politically, right? So, we
for sure.
Yeah, we're kind of handling Iran with kid gloves, and that shows, right? And then there's a cost to that, politically, economically. But I'm not sure where the idea that we're losing comes from, what that means exactly. Like, the current strategy is not getting us what we want. Is that what they mean?
Yeah. Sage, you're welcome to type out your point, and I'm sorry for interrupting you, Dennis, and you're welcome to give me your point, but you said I was wrong, but I'm not. I'm not wrong. I'm correct. I'm actually really right, and I think Dennison is saying some important things here, that we are handling Iran with kid gloves, and literally, I admire Trump for being able to thread the needle of handling Iran with kid gloves through a steel fist, and at the same time, he's upholding his promise to America of no boots on the ground, which understand that any other president in history would have had boots on the ground by now. I'm just telling you, that's what it's just the way it would have worked. But Trump made a promise, no boots on the ground. So far, no boots on the ground. So I think that's admirable. I don't know what you think about that, Dennis, and you probably have the opposite viewpoint of me, but which is fine. That's just what I'm going to say about it. So.
Well, I find all this economic warfare unnecessary, but putting the pie in the sky, utopia crap to the side.
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the current reality, whether it's scripted or corrupt, however you want to frame it.
Yeah, that part
It is what it is.
Reality is the reality, right? Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. So dealing with that, with the reality that we have on our plate, yeah, I think Trump's excuse was nuclear weapons, and as far as I can tell, I haven't been paying close attention to the war, but he's kept his word as far as that's concerned. He's only gone after facilities that are used to enrich uranium and used to make missiles. And granted, I understand that's what Israel's for. They do our dirty work, and then everybody pretends like they control us when it's the other way around.
Right.
And so the Israel may have been hitting some more civilian type structures. And so I'm not naive to that, but that's still, again, Trump still officially and technically keeping his hands clean. And we're being very delicate with the Strait of Hormuz situation, from what I can tell as well, because we could send the Marines and the Navy in there and take that over in a day and a half, if we wanted to.
Well, it's interesting to me that we haven't yet, because we constantly posture. That's the right word here. We constantly posture that we will, but we haven't. And honestly, we haven't needed to either, to be honest. It's not like we're losing anything by letting the non-Iranian ships through. But Anson is maintaining that Iran's in control of the Strait of Hormuz, and we are ineffective in that area. So yeah, there we go.
And again, yeah, I think that's because politically it would be a disaster if we did what was necessary to take it. Now, I think in the long run, I think it would be in the United States' best interest. It would be a risk that could totally blow up in our face.
Good.
I think it'd be a risk worth taking if we're going to continue to play this empire game. And then we'll see how Xi wants to, negotiate on trade. You know what I mean?
So Sage is a logistics guy, and he believes that in his little heart of hearts that he knows more about logistics and supply chains than any other man on the planet, and that's what it all comes down to. And I don't know.
He can certainly know more than me. I don't know how much you know about logistics, but
yeah, I know a little bit. I'm going to address this. Brian Shapiro wears what's called a Boston Scally, which is a piece of shit hat that has panels to it. This is a traditional flat cap. This is what they wear in London. It's not an Irish hat. It's a Londoner's hat, really. And the Irish wear what's called an 8-panel hat, which it looks like a flat cap with 8 panels that was squished down and comes around the ears. This is not squished down around the ears. That's why you know that. Now, Boston Scally looks like you left a flat cap and an 8-panel hat together in a room too long, all by themselves, and things happened, and then you get the Boston Scally, which is an abomination of a hat and ugly. It's terrible. It's a horrible hat. I don't know why any non-African American male would wear one. I think the only people they look right on are, Tiger Woods golfers that happen to be darker skinned. That's who looks right on. Brian Shapiro's trying to cultural appropriation, and I, for one, think that he should be called out for it. So anyway, but yeah, it's a flat cap, real rain. It's not a Boston Scally.
Do we know how?
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do we know how old these Trump naysayers are in the chat?
Sage is a full-grown adult, and Anson is on his. He's working on his third marriage. He's trying to get that third divorce under his belt. First, he's got to get married. Then he'll get the divorce under his belt. So
they're old enough to know better.
Dennison's helping me out here. Yeah, I would think so. It's a the supply chain thing is really pretty irrelevant at the moment. Now, I will say that was it yesterday or a couple of days ago that Iran had to stop pumping oil out of the ground through their oil wells because they no longer have storage for it. They can't get it across the border through the pipelines quickly enough. They can't. All of the ships are full. All of the storage facilities are full. My understanding was last week they had 3 to 5 days before they had to stop pumping oil. That's pretty interesting. Anson Knowles, being the inventor of algebra doesn't mean anything when you can't even do actual math anymore, when you've lost that talent. Inventing something doesn't mean you're skilled at it. Look at the Wright brothers. They invented the airplane. They weren't particularly good flyers. Anyway.
Wow, the price of oil, USO stock, went to almost $1,000 in June 30th of 2008.
2008?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Well, oil's looking pretty bullish right now, if we keep, hopefully, if you're long, then hopefully there's some more bad news about these talks that they're going on. We might hit $150.
I'm actually really interesting because, that's one of the things in the last discussion I was having was Notlows was trying to say that the fuel cost is a big part of why Spirit went out of business. And I'm like, but I don't know how that's possible because the fuel cost, I buy aviation fuel. I bought fuel yesterday. Full service, like the airport drives a truck over, pumps it in the airplane till it's full, wipes it down, makes it pretty, and then drives away, leaving me with full tanks of fuel. Full service was $6.35 a gallon. If I didn't have them do full service, it was only $5.45 or something. I pay an extra few cents a gallon to have them come over there and tank it up, tank it up for me. I don't understand how that's the fuel is out of sight right now. Like it's out of control. Like that's not a big increase, right? Versus the 5 something that I was already paying 2 years ago. So I'm kind of interested in this.
I think that what Spirit said was because of increased fuel prices, that caused a liquidity crunch, and they needed loans. They needed infusion of cash in order to sustain themselves, and they weren't able to do that combined with their credit record.
Right. I think the problem was, I don't know who this is. Yasir Smith. Good to see you. Good to meet you. You're welcome to hang out, pull up a chair, listen for a while. Gibbs should be here. He should be here in like 15 minutes because he's supposed to be here at 1. We're going to talk about a lot of really cool stuff, and then we'll go from there. Trump went bankrupt. By the way, Trump didn't go bankrupt because he was out of money. Trump went bankrupt because his partners tried to screw him. And I'm going to, before I get into the fuel talk again, I want to, and the Spirit talk, I want to actually, I want to make a point here. When people talk about Trump going bankrupt, especially the one in Florida, the one down in Florida was the best case ever. So this is where a bunch of investors came in and said, Trump, you're a developer. You build these great hotels and everything. We want to be a part of that. We're going to, here's X amount of money to get started. There's more coming when you need it. Let's get this. Let's build something together, brother. And Trump said, all right, let's do it. They get about a third of the way through, maybe a little more. And he goes back to the investors, said, okay, we need second round of funding, pal. And they're like, nah, I don't think so. I think you need to pay for it. we're not funding anymore. We're just going to hold on to our stake. We're changing the deal. And Trump said, okay, all right. And then he declared bankruptcy. When that happened, their shares went to zero. And he kept, he paid off the debt that he owed. And then he kept the what he had already built and finished it, and then it was his. So that's the thing that I've learned about Trump over the years is if you try and fuck Trump, Trump will fuck you harder. That's what I've learned. Now, maybe you've got something different, but you can look into those instances where he declared bankruptcy. And it basically was to screw his partners who were trying to screw him.
Now, is this where their Iran position comes from, perhaps? It's just TDS?
Anson's just being a troll a little bit. I don't know what Sage Outcast's position really is other than that he just hates Trump. So.
But he didn't actually think a United States president is going to go to prison for war crimes, does he?
Did he say that? That'd be hilarious if he actually said that. You wonder if anything you will do will matter. Yeah, of course it matters, Hank. We like you. You're a good guy. You're all right.
Trump will be extradited to stand trial for his crimes against humanity.
I'm scrolling.
Trump for prison 2028.
Oh, that's Anson. He's just trolling. I'm talking about Sage Outcast. Yeah, Sage Outcast is Sage Outcast actually really, really is the one. You want to hang out? Well, have fun hanging out, man. You're in Illinois and the gas hasn't matched the previous high levels yet. Still $4 a gallon outside of it. Yeah, that's my experience too. I'm not feeling a fuel crunch even at the airport flying my airplane around. TVT, man, hang out, be cool. We're all good here. By the way, I called out our boy Jack on the last show because Jack's a piece of shit. Dennison, did you and OG have a falling out? Before I forget to ask.
I guess so.
Okay. It's none of my business if you did. I just thought I'd ask. You're from Philadelphia? That's cool. I'm not, obviously. Got that cool Southern accent going. Gorilla Polis is out there, ladies and gentlemen. One of our top mods. I actually probably need to make him a top mod so that he has managerial status. I just haven't done it yet. You got upset over at OG's? I'm sorry to hear that. OG's a good dude most of the time. So, but anyway, what else is new, Dennison? How are you? What's the scoop?
I'm well. I was interested in what your topic was going to be today. Said you have somebody coming by later?
Yeah, so I got Admiral Gibbs going to come by. I think we're going to talk a little bit of business. I was kind of talking about it over on OG's about the increase in aviation interest, and I think we're entering a second golden age of aviation. We'll also talk about how people are getting their sand in their vaginas all the time these days and why. It's going to be a rolling topic. It's going to be cool.
Should I sub to this guy?
Yeah, absolutely. When he gets here, I don't think I have his YouTube link. You got up
at Admiral Gibbs, 1.38K subscribers.
Yeah, that's him. The topic is not the debt or the fail war, whatever in Iran. Yeah, that's not the topic. Failed war. That's what it is.
How has it failed?
It hasn't failed. They're just. And actually, Dennison, you're going to agree with me. So I'm gonna make this point again, over and over. You have to be a special kind of blind to not realize that that Israel didn't force Trump's hand. Trump forced Israel's hand. There's no way that Israel launched their rockets first without Trump telling them, you better launch your damn rockets or else we're cutting off all the funding. That's how that went. Also, I'll go further and say that Trump must own 60% of the stock in Israel, because he's literally told them, you are going to be a part of this entity that becomes the enforcement arm in the Middle East, period. I've been trying to figure it out for the last month and a half, since March the 22nd or 21st, whenever this all happened. I've been trying to figure it out. Why Israel, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, of all people, Jordan, why they're all working together. And it's been really like, every time I come up with a reason why they're working together, I would be like, no, that doesn't, I mean, it kind of fits, doesn't really fit. But the only thing that makes sense is Trump has his boot so far up Israel's ass that they're a sock puppet. You know, I'm just telling you, it's the way it is. And everyone can sit around and say that Israel is puppeting the United States. They can talk about AIPAC and all of this nonsense. I don't care, because the reality is that all indications is that they're our puppet doing our dirty work, and that's it. Hey, Def Not still here. You know what, Def Not? Would you like a link to come up here and explain that? Because I would love to hear somebody try and rationally explain it. Especially to me and Dennison.
Yeah,
Dennison,
I can't wait.
Dennison more than me, because he seems fired up. I'm pretty chill right now. You can't.
I'm chomping at the bit to learn how.
Where you belong. I couldn't resist. That was a layup. But also, that's cope. We all know that you ladies can multitask in the kitchen.
Israel is a military outpost of the Anglo-Saxon Empire. Whether you want to, tie it back to its British roots and, kind of see the Commonwealth as still controlling most of the world's resources and military power, or you want to, just look to America as the military superpower of the world. Either way, it's not the other way around. Sure, their leaders try to rebel against ours, and there's a tug of war for power even amongst smaller nations, and it's essentially a satellite of the United States at this point. And they use their political influence as well, and they try to funnel money through our country just like any other country in the world.
Every other country.
At the end of the day, Uncle Sam is still uncle, and Israel is still its nephew.
Step nephew that we don't like. Def Not being based out there. Hey, are you coming to Dallas, Def Not? Are you gonna come to the debates? Because I actually need a female debater for one of the IRL live. That means live debates. I need a female debater. Are you coming? Because I'll make you famous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're still waiting on Gibbs. What we got? I'm gonna hit him right now. You are not. Why would you not? Come on, Def Not. Be a pal. Just be a dude for just like 2 minutes.
Is she a Muslim lady?
She is not. She just hides her face because she doesn't want to be recognized on the internet. I think that she has a real job and therefore does not want to be recognized. Not lowbrow enough. I don't have lowbrow, but highbrow. What's up, Avoided Hornet? Fuck, I jacked that up. Avoided Hornet, how the hell are you, sir? How the hell are you? Hopefully, my man Gibbs joins here momentarily. He's probably doing something that resembles work, which is terrible. It's a terrible thing. Def Not, come to Dallas, do the live, hang out at Modern Day Debate. Last bastion of Trump tards.
Got nothing to do with Trump.
Actually, "Make You Famous" is a line from Billy the Kid in Young Guns. Moron. I like your work academic. You're okay. Workademic. You're cool. I'm just being funny. Yeah, we're not.
Trump tards are the ones that think 100 years of U.S. foreign policy has suddenly been completely overthrown because Trump is in office. That's what a Trump tard is. In other words, you.
Yeah. I mean, I have to argue that the Trump tardian is to me is the guys who are like obsessed with proving that he's not doing what he is actually doing. That would be tarded. Like I'm just telling you what is happening. I mean, I can't help you out if you're that deluded to think that. I mean, I want to help you out. I want to bring you over. I want to bring you back to reality, you know? Just open the eyes, look. It's not even possible. It's not even possible that you will ever convince me that a small little nation state who literally don't even have the money that Elon Musk has in his bank account is somehow influencing the entire nation of America.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Like you're, well, they said 300 million. And I'm like, seriously? That's an insult. Like, there needs to be billions, baby. There need to be a B in front of that. He said he doesn't care about, well, I think that's spin, actually.
I wouldn't argue against it. I mean, who cares? It doesn't mean anything.
The president can't really affect American finances. You just believe that he can. And we all know that. That's why when people tell me, well, Trump made the stock market go up, I'm like, not really. You can't do that.
Tell you what, he's fucking me with this import more beef bullshit. But then he's helping me with the get rid of the meat packers. So I don't know about that one, Papa. He can do some things that affect your pocketbook.
His administration can do things.
His administration, which he's the head of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's up, man? I see you're wearing your America First.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm impressed with my Latin culture with my Latin style clothes today. But it happens to the American First team, you know. So I'm one of the good ones, you know.
I got you. So what's new with you, man?
Oh, you know, living the dream. I'm fucking dying. These allergies now.
Hold on. I missed this. I'm sorry. Wait, Owen destroyed Andrew. Somebody's drunk, or high, or both. Owen conceded every point. You know how you lose a debate in reality? It's not getting talked over. It's not people yelling at you or making you look stupid. The way you lose a debate is having to concede every single point. And just saying, yeah, but I feel. Every single time you say, yeah, but in a debate, you've lost. Okay.
Is that a ragdoll?
That's a cat. His cat's like, I don't know what is going on with those cats.
We got new. I got a new shaver in here because of the summer, so they're not fucking dying. We're gonna trim them bitches, and they're gonna be a lot skinnier. They're fucking. She's like, you grab her and your hands sink. She's they're like half Maine Coon. Their mom was like this wild tomcat. She was pretty wild.
Yeah, and Andrew hasn't taken an L in a while, but we would run cover. And I honestly, I can't take credit for being number one simp. I mean, I wish I could, but I'm not. First of all, I don't simp. Second, they're much, much, much larger Andrew simps than me.
Mm-hmm. Some of them just repeat.
Owen wiped the floor with Wilson. Now, come on, Def Knot. You're so smart. You're so smart, but come on. He conceded every one of Andrew's points. Every one of them. Tough, He's just mad. He just doesn't like Trump anymore. That's all.
What was the debate about?
Oh, wow. I'll tell you what. Y'all want some spicy news?
Yeah, good.
Listen, you know how me and counterpoints are such good friends.
Yeah, you and counterpoints are buddies. I've heard that you guys are taking a knitting class together. By the way, your audio's low, sir. I don't know if you know that.
It's probably the wrong mic here. We switch. Oh man. Oh, okay. How about now,
guys? Is his audio low or what?
Hey, is that better?
Yes, sir.
That is better. What's up, Roman King? How are you?
So, motherfucker, yesterday, I guess he announced the reason why he's been acting all crazy is because he just got divorced because his wife hates his online antics. Damn, sucks for you, bitch.
Who's that?
Counterpoints. And I was like, yeah, I usually don't take pride in someone's divorce. And then someone sent me a clip, and it was back in exactly September was when it started. And look, you know who he was arguing with in September on Twitter? This guy. So I just ruined his life. Don't come for Papa if you're not ready for the consequences. Fuck you, bitch. Maybe you should have done some of the substances you can always tell me I'd be doing too much of. And your life
hold on. Run me by that again. So counterpoints came at you on X for what?
He came at me back in September. Yeah, Frosty, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna fuck this bitch and fuck all his family. I hope they all fucking have bad times. I like this guy. He came for me back in X and called me. This is way back in September, one of our first times. He was telling me, "Oh yeah, you're a drug addict. You shouldn't be allowed to have kids. You shouldn't be. If you do have kids, they're gonna be all addled up, druggy kids. Your wife left you, Gibbs, because you're probably an addict and all this shit." And so I generally, if they are divorced or whatever, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about their shit. But counterpoints is a special exception because literally, I guess in the papers and shit, people have been sending me. They're saying that it all started in September of last year, which is when all these fucking tirades went down. So, fuck him. Fuck that bitch.
Wait, hold on. I missed an important piece of information there when your mic was low. Counterpoints is getting a divorce?
Yeah. And apparently it's because of his online antics. It's a major portion of it is what they're saying, what he said, what they're saying. Fuck him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just saying, listen, I don't usually talk shit about people's personal lives, but this man has came for me on my personal level many, many times. So fuck that bitch. And fuck him good. And people pray on my downfall, and then their downfall happens instead. So man, I'm just saying, I
mean, I hate to hear that for him. He seemed like
it's sad, but
seemed like he actually valued his marriage. So
yeah, that's the thing though. Is I value my marriage. I value all this sorts of shit. But if you're gonna sit here and come on online and you're gonna preach a certain set of values, be like, you need marriage, we need 50 kids, and Gibbs is a drug addict, and then and then you tell people, oh, Gibbs is just not able to go on streams because he's just fucking on too many substances, and then you're dropping streams because you're on too many substances, and then you're fucking getting divorced after you're talking about all this family shit. I got 2 words for you: get fucked. How about that?
So have you heard about the new hantavirus?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
So 40% fatality rate, right?
I mean, they're doing. I think it is pretty high, but I feel like they're doing that shit to get rid of the news about the Disney cruise.
Which part? Which Disney cruise? They
caught like a ton of people. 138 people got arrested for a sex ring, a child sex ring on Disney cruises.
What?
Yeah, and it's
I did not hear about that.
Same week that shit happened, huh? Crazy. That was
not in my notes for the day.
Yeah, so maybe I hate to be those diversionary tactics. I do the conspiracy guy, but it's quite a coincidence these both happened within a day or two of each other. But
that's crazy. So, all right. So here's the thing, though, with hantavirus, because hantavirus has been around a long time. You get it if you live in Arizona and you play around with like places where mice have lived for like ever, right? I don't think that you can actually. I mean, I don't think you're getting it in New York City.
So.
Let me look that up.
So the reason why this is dangerous is because there's a specific hantavirus in Chile, which apparently this is where it comes from, and that's transmitted human to human. And so that's the version of the hantavirus that is spreading, not the one that is rodents.
The outbreak in Spain is 11 people.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're worried that it's gonna like morph more. I mean, like it's a real concern, but like, yeah, I'm not that worried. But like I said, it seems real convenient. The Disney
definitely. Are they seriously calling this an outbreak? 228 countries, 8 countries report 229 cases. 60 people have died. What do you want to bet? The average age of those people is 60 years old.
Probably old. Or immune deficient. Or... Let's look that up.
They won't put the age in if it is. Anyway, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm too concerned. It's from Argentina. Yeah, that's
39 years is the average age of the case patients, according to the CDC. There's only been 890 cases since 2023. So, like, and it is all sitting around Arizona and New Mexico. Here in the United States, now, at least.
That was in 2025 that they had 229 cases and 59 deaths. That's last year.
I think there's something just happened though.
Yeah, like hold on. I'm looking for people who got it. Yeah, this is more bullshit. Guaranteed 100%. What's up, Mikey Balls? How are you, sir?
Yeah, and of course it comes from Chile. Like I said, it's like
Argentina, I think.
Yeah, this it's at the very bottom of the tip here, like left of like South America.
Hanson's got to immediately go for the it's to distract from the war, and we don't need to be distracted. The war in Iran is just all over but signing the paperwork.
I mean, the war in Iran has been an unmitigated success by like every metric. I don't know, like
every metric.
Like
there is no metric that it's not a success.
Why would they want to distract from that? They should be able to celebrate in the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, Garfield, it's your turn now. Oh,
there's the other big cat, Dennison.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He got
cat.
He got cut by his sister here, and then it turned into a big old abscess. We had to clean it, didn't we, Garfield? You did not like that.
Garfield.
He did not like. He is a good boy, though.
Did you say that cat's name is Gargamel?
Garfield.
Garfield.
Okay.
Gargamel deep cut right there. What was that?
Are they siblings?
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
And you said they're not ragdoll, huh?
No, they're like half Mancoon, and then I don't know what the fuck the rest they are. But their mom was like twice as big as they were. She wasn't fat at all. Her head was like this big around. She was like a street cat, super mean.
Mancoon.
Yeah, she was a big ass bitch, but she wasn't like fluffy like these two are.
Yeah, they look like ragdolls.
Mm-hmm. They're not like ragdolls are like way more friendly than they are though. Like my cats aren't not friendly. They just like to like hang out and just like be left alone. Especially this one. Oh yeah. But great, let's talk about the event here.
Yeah, we can. Def Not has a whatever. I mean, Def Not has a ragdoll. They are the best, she says. Of course you're a cat lady. Of course you are. Why didn't I know that? Oh, I was giving way too much credit. Iran has no power, and we all know it, Anson. They have the power to lose. They're losing.
They admitted their newest Ayatollah is already dead, by the way.
What's that?
They put up victims of or martyrs of the war, and one of the guy they're saying is in charge on the painting is listed on the painting is dead.
The son?
Yeah, the
finally, because they've been denying. They just said he was in hiding.
They still are denying it, but they put up this giant mural, and in the mural of all the victims, he's on there. Yeah, so they gave away.
Are these people not old enough to remember the Iraq War?
I guess, bro.
I mean,
do you remember when Baghdad Bob was saying how the Iraqi soldiers kicked the Americans out of Iraq? And then on CNN, it was a split screen of him saying how they defeated the Americans and there aren't any Americans in Baghdad. And then on the other side of the screen was tanks, U.S. tanks rolling down Baghdad, pulling down statues of Saddam Hussein at the same time.
That's funny.
That was funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty hilarious.
I'll tell you what. What was that farmer that like managed to shoot down an Apache with a 22 because he shot it like just at the right spot, like by pure luck. Did y'all remember that? That happened in that Iraq War. And they're like, oh, we'll never let that happen again. Like fucking armor that bitch up more. Think about how badass that guy must have felt. I killed him.
I won. But he didn't. He did not win.
Yeah. I think he's still alive.
All right, so we can talk about this event, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about the event that we're going to have in Dallas, Texas. Still looking for a location. I am on PeerSpace looking around and trying to figure out, where we want to be on as far as location. We want to be close to the MDD event because obviously most of the people are going to want to go there as well. But we don't want to be like next door or anything like that. So we're still looking into locations, but the location's actually kind of a secondary thing. The important thing right now is who's going to be there. And right now we have a lineup. We've had people that have said they're going to be there, and we're going to and Def Not seriously come to Dallas. We'll put you in the girl fight, and we can have a 3-way girl debate. That'd be lit.
Hello. Will there be Jello involved?
There's no Jello involved. You can wear your scarf. You can. I mean, it's kind of your shtick now. You kind of have to wear it. But at any rate,
has done that before. She's come to some live events and wore the burqa and everything.
Not a burqa. She doesn't wear a burqa. It's just a scarf.
Well, Dairy Queen was Muslim. She wore the burqa shit. So, but either way.
She's not Muslim. She's just degenerate. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
I know that's your language. That's your love language right there, Gibbs. So where was I? So we're going to we'll get the location here shortly. The debates are shaping up to look like we're going to have a bunch of people from the first event want to do it again, and they want to be in there. So it's right now what we think is going to be the lineup. Gibbs, go ahead. You got it written down.
Yeah, I have it written down. It is. I'm gonna pull that up. Here we go. You got me right there. Okay, we got Temple versus Tyler potentially, or Jake versus Tyler. We got Rob and Wick maybe. American Nacho versus somebody, and Wally versus Bill Jube currently is what I got listed down on here. With a few more people in the works, like Abers09, she'll be coming on there to make somebody, hopefully another female, like he was mentioning. We mentioned a few other people. I don't want to say
not. She'll debate you on degeneracy.
She will definitely do that.
Your favorite subject.
Yeah, she would definitely be willing to do that one. And there may be a few other big names we're not ready to announce yet, but a lot of exciting things are coming here.
Def Not, are you out of the kitchen yet? Would you like to come up and chat with us? I don't think she will. I think she's going to stay in the kitchen, but we'll give her the opportunity. So we're gonna try and have a pretty decent number of people.
Like 12, like
debating. Six debates this time. 4 undercard debates, 2 main debates, or 2 upper card, whatever you want to call them. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be legit. It's going to be a legit event. I think we're going to do barbecue again. We might, I don't know, maybe Italian. Maybe we'll do pasta this time. Def Not, you're still in the kitchen.
You are in Dallas. You might be able to actually get some real barbecue.
We had great barbecue. Don't even lie.
We are in the number 1 barbecue place in the world. It goes Texas, then Brazil, and then the rest of y'all can fight over who's third.
I don't actually know that much about Def Not. I apologize. I actually don't know much about you. I don't know any. I mean, honestly, I don't know anything about you. So I apologize if you actually are in the kitchen where you belong.
Brisket is the way to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Texas brisket.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stone's won world championship about 4 times down a row. No big deal.
Where will we be in Dallas? Well,
probably North Dallas.
Yeah, probably North Dallas. But we're going to do the range day in south of Dallas in Waxahachie, I think. We'll see how that works out. So again, the schedule will be Friday we'll do the debate. Saturday, Sunday is modern day debates, live debates. You can see Andrew Wilson there. Def Not, you should definitely come up and tell Andrew that he doesn't know how to debate. He will especially appreciate that. And so come down to Dallas and hang out with us and back up your words with gunplay. I mean, whatever. You're literally here in Dallas.
Well, that's perfect. We actually.
I don't think she's in Dallas. I think she's in Illinois or somewhere.
Oh.
But at any rate, if you're in Dallas, it's even better. So anyway, come down, hang out, tell Andrew Wilson live that he can't debate. I would enjoy that. I would like to see that. So you're going to get to see our more blood sport debates, modern day debate, 2 days. Then we're going to do a range day. So bring your firearm and firearm accessories. We're going to, it'll be, there's going to be a lot of fun. It's at an actual range. I think we're going to be able to get into ETTS, and that'll be awesome.
And the range day was really fun last year. We had a lot of...
Yeah, range day was legit last year. It's really cool.
A lot of videos. They walked us through a little...
You're right, Anson. I am a better debater than you, and I can debate my way out of a paper bag. That's all accurate, true. All accurate.
Yeah, last year they had an obstacle course set up for us at the range. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an indoor range too, which was nice because it was chilly outside.
I like the cold, so yeah.
Yeah. So
this year it's going to be hot as hell, probably, if it's going to be in the middle of July.
It probably will be quite warm.
Yeah.
So the way that this happened last time, and I'm going to kind of keep the same vibe. We'll have the debaters in one area, and we'll be live there, and then basically we'll basically have all that set up so that you can watch the debates live sitting in there, but once the door is closed, you can't, there's no external noise in there so that you can have a great debate, a good studio sound. The sound is very important. Last time we got very lucky and the building had great sound, and we didn't really have to work real hard to get good sound without echo or humming or anything like that. So hopefully we get lucky again. But hopefully we have a room specific for the debates, and then we're going to have an outside area. One of the things that I find is especially true with these events is everyone's hanging out, and you'll have little mini debates or philosophical discussions or people just sitting there bullshitting for hours and hours, and it's a great time. It's a great fellowship, and it's a wonderful way to spend a day. Now, I'm still not really 100% sure how we're going to pay for this. We may sell tickets where we'll know that within probably the week. We may also do a fundraising event. on one or more channels to funnel some funds into that. Last time I spent a lot of money. I think this time in Dallas we could do it a lot cheaper, depending on the cost of the venue. I think the venue is really the only major cost that we have. But there could be some cost, if we need to help people with travel costs to the event or whatever, we'll see. We'll know more as we go along. And Gibbs, where are you at on all this?
I'm sitting on a lot of invites, but as far as what Vince said, there might be some kind of charge, either that or like the fundraising. The fundraising, if we do the fundraising, I'm sure that it'll be exciting fundraising. I don't know if you've ever seen how we do fundraising over here on my channel. It's like it's very similar to how Modi does things. There's like exciting things that'll happen, like on our stream, whenever the fundraising, where you hit fundraising goals. So, like whatever Grid and I come up with here and concoct, we're gonna make sure y'all know, and it'll be fair and reasonable and affordable for y'all. But like some of these people do need to get paid to get here if we have to get them, the bigger names. And it's very hard for the record guys organizing like 12 people and then getting their schedules, finding the topics, finding who they're willing to talk with. Like the more and more I discover, I want everybody that's on the card to know that I'm calling all y'all mentally ill. No, I'm just kidding. But everybody in this space seems to be mentally ill, and so you have to like play around what everybody's trigger buttons are, to get shit done. So like it's a little bit more difficult than you would think to host these live events. But we're gonna get it done for you, the viewers.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a really great event. Yasir Smith, I think that's how you're saying that. We're glad you came by. Hang out. Put your feet up, get comfy. We'll be here for another, at least another hour. So, but that's going to be a good time. Cleaner's going to be there. Tyler, a lot of the people you see online are going to be there. Cleaner, Tyler, ADE is going to be there. I'm trying to get Paige to leave Canada and come down. That would be fun. I'm literally, I believe the Powder Dusty's going to be there. Believe so.
Oh yeah, that'll be Powder Dusty plus Gibbs. That's gonna be a wild time, boys.
Yeah, you guys. The guy who doesn't drink, the guy who barely drinks, with the guy who drinks like it's like water. So
I've not been able to drink this last week and a half or so. Like I had Cinco de Mayo ready for last week. We had a big event, and then I didn't drink at all because these allergies are killing me. I don't know if this is just me, but like I can't breathe. I got like smelling salts over here just so I can fucking smell something occasionally. It is awful. But it's gonna be exciting for this event, guys. I think this is gonna be bigger than last year. I think the hype is real. Like I've already heard people coming and talking to me about it since we've kind of just barely started talking about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't actually gonna do one at this event. Not for any specific, not because I didn't want to or anything, but because, to be honest, I was like busy, got a lot of stuff to do, but enough people were like, "Hey, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it?" I was like, I mean, I guess I kind of have to, right? Like, not leaving me any choice here. So.
Yeah, I would say arguably last year it rivaled, if not was more notable than the main modern day debate. Not that was bad. The other one was bad. It was just this one was a surprisingly fun event.
Yes, yeah, it was a great event. Yeah, and
you get to meet a lot of these people that you like see online and like talk to, and like some people are very different in person, and some people are the exact same. So it's always interesting to see who's who, and like what they are, if they're a character, if they're a real person. I promise I'm not a character.
You are a character for sure,
but I'm very much the same character. That shall see.
Yeah, at least you're not insane, right?
Well,
relatively speaking.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. Dallas is kind of my hood. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think Cam the King is going to be there. He's very close by. Yeah, I think there's quite a bit of things going on. Now, as far as the debate topics go, it seems like most people are wanting to debate Trump, all kinds of religious topics. If you guys have topics that you would like to see debated, you're welcome to submit those to me, and I'll shop them around amongst our debaters to see if anybody says, hell yeah, I want a piece of that, and it will make something happen.
I don't think anybody wants to do the same topics as last year, though, so that's good. I mean, my complaint, and I told this to Grid last year, was that, I don't know if that I actually I think I watched one of the events at DebateCon, right? Because I didn't give a shit about a lot of this philosophy, religion stuff, right? Which it's fun sometimes. But this year, but last year, I thought ours event was very much more current events, and then or topics no one ever heard of. Like our first topic with Wally and who was his opponent? I'm blanking.
JS.
JS, yeah, they were talking about prohibition. Who thought you could hear a prohibition debate in 2025, right? That was interesting.
But it was relevant because of the prohibition of people are talking about banning porn, they're talking about banning alcohol, marijuana, they're talking about banning everything.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good. It was something I hadn't heard.
Very relevant.
Yeah, I think all of them were like that. I think this year it's already shaping up to be good as well. Like it's a good contrast because I feel like this is much more current events and people's pet topics as opposed to like you're gonna get those high level philosophy like thinker debates the next 2 days, It's a good little change up.
And you'll see, you'll get an idea for who the people actually are that you see online, right? So you may see somebody like Andrew online and just not like him, but in person he's a really likable guy. So somebody like Admiral Gibbs, you think is a stumble down, fall down drunk, but in real life, he handles his liquor quite well.
Exactly. Very well. We'll be 30 beers in, still fucking handling shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it's a pretty interesting. It was a great event last year. Now, and again, topic wise, I see mostly, it seems like a lot of people don't want to get onto anything too specific yet. We're just setting up broad subjects right now, and then later we'll be dialing in a little closer. Yeah. Dennison, is there anything that you would like to hear debated that hasn't been debated well, in your opinion?
Yeah, I don't know. If, this might be blamed in other people's eyes, but what is the difference between capitalism and socialism? What is the difference between socialism and communism?
Well, I'm so glad you brought that up because Papa Gibbs is doing that debate on Saturday at 6:15. You'll be able to check it out. Yeah. But what's the better economic theory, capitalism or socialism? And Tyler's going to be there with me as my partner.
It's a good thing you're not doing what's the less toxic community.
Oh, well, that would be not mine.
My frustration is that it always comes down to private property, free markets versus bread lines in Ukraine and millions of people starving.
Well, I think
there's
the actual exact topic, if you want, let me read it to you, is going to be, let me pull this up. Let me find my thing.
You're too far away from your mic, Gibbs.
Am I?
Yeah.
Here we go.
We couldn't hear a damn thing you said.
Yeah. All right, here you go. I got the exact topic is capitalism is a superior economic system when compared to socialism. So, I think obviously we're going to talk about some of the historical aspects, some free market, but there's a lot of aspects to this. If you talk about socialism, guess what? I'm going to say something crazy here. Okay, socialism could work under one circumstance. It's actually two circumstances. One, you have a post-scarcity society, like Star Trek.
Right.
Right. Two, a total war economy is the other type it works. And I know people are going to hate this, but the Nazis are actually socialists, and they ran a very efficient government, right? And they were very good at it. They actually had arguably the most lethal fighting force. The average American, when we were fighting them, we were losing 1.7 troops for every German we killed. So we were losing more troops they had. However, we were just more logistically superior to them, and so we were able to crush them. But it's because they were socialists, and it's because they had a total war economy, and they had a subclass they were able to kill and take money from. So I think it's gonna be an interesting debate.
Yeah. So, Def Not, let me help you out here because that's exactly what my event does. She says, I feel like if they're going to hold an event like that, they should have more than a handful of debates, that the ticket is worth it, et cetera, plus travel for people, et cetera, and more topic variety at MDD events. I don't disagree with you. That's part of the reason why we've decided to kind of back up MDD by doing these more blood sport type debates. Now, one of the things that we've noticed, I'm sure you've noticed too, is that modern day debate they bring in professors, they bring in PhDs, and then they bring in some normal type of people too. But for the most part, it's a very it can be a very dry form of debating. Alex Stein is awesome, and I'm gonna see if we can't get a couple of those guys. But I really like Alex Stein, by the way. He's hilarious. So Def Not, you should show up because so you made a good point. So the way we're starting this is we've got like one of our undercard fights, a second undercard fight, then a main event, right? And the first main will is going to be a really good. We're trying to figure out who we're going to have in that based on time and availability, because people are going to be getting ready for the, MDD the next day and prepping and stuff. And then we're going to have another undercard fight, and then what I'm calling the girl fight, which will be two female debaters debating each other. While I'm open to having female debaters debate males or whatever anytime, or even other females, this one I think is specifically going to be a female debate, and something probably will debate feminism, a female feminist and a female non-feminist. That would be great. I think that'd be a fun debate. But we could debate a lot of different things. We could debate reproductive rights. We could debate whatever. I'm open to topic selection, but they have to be interesting, and they have to be something that's going to be kind of worthwhile, if you will. Wow, that was a big echo from Gibbs's mic when he left. That was pretty interesting. So Def Not, it's going to be great, and we do look for humor. And we are looking for a good time. And the last event was amazing. It really was. No response from Def Not. That's okay. That's fine. Sorry. I don't know what other. I honestly don't know what other debates I would be interested in seeing right now. The closer they get, the more clear they form in my brain. But right now, I don't know. What I'd like to see. What about you, Dennison? Other than communism, no, may just be me up here. That's fine. Oh, there's Gibbs is back.
Yeah, sorry, Mike. I ordered like a 22-pound bag of cat food yesterday, and it didn't get here. Well, or the day before yesterday, it didn't come in, and so I had to order new cat. Like I ordered some cat food directly, and that just showed up because my cats were freaking out.
Dennison has mic issues. Yeah. You had to dry your hands in the kitchen. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to like pick the debates like this early because part of what we've kind of angled for with our stuff is like to do relevant topics as opposed to like the abstract. And like sometimes shit just happens, and people don't want to talk about it. You don't want to like set somebody and lock them in, and for a debate, and then something big happened, and then nobody would want to talk about it, because you've already locked in your topics.
Well, and sometimes the debate can get old because sometimes the subjects get old because they've been battled out online like every day for the week leading up, and now that whatever you're debating is just kind of boring. So,
and the other issue is like we really have angled for having people that are going to have original takes as opposed to like someone coming in. I'll just use Andrew since I know you are a lot of Crucible people here. A lot of like someone coming in and just doing, I'm going to use Daddy Andrew's Crucible arguments against Bob over there. Like I want someone that has their own original takes. I don't want them defending somebody else's points. I want them to have their own points. Like that. That's kind of like what we kind of angled for is people that have their original takes. You know what I'm saying? Like how many times do we see people doing this? Like say, they're going to just say the exact same as Dad and Destiny or somebody. Like I don't want an order. I want people saying originality.
Yeah. Well, and I think that there's some there's definitely something to that. Def Not, maybe I'll make it another year. You can make it this year. There's plenty of time. We're giving you plenty of time to give notice that you're quitting your job so that you can come hang out with us. Yeah. Yes, some topics are overused 100%. People just get tired of hearing them debated. I'm that way with a lot of topics right now, to be honest. If I'm honest, I'm pretty over some topics. I just think they're boring.
Yeah, and it's not even that I'm over the topic. Like, I'll give you an example. I think you said this before. You said the Iran war. Everybody's like over the Iran war, right? I like the Iran war topic. However, I hate the same 6 arguments from these lefties about the Iran war. Yeah. I'm like, let's talk about the Iran war, but let's actually like get into the nitty gritty. That's why I like talking like Dylan Burns, for example. Like, when we talk, we're going to be talking about the logistics and the military aspects and how it affects geopolitics, as opposed to like Iran war bad. Trump is not using war powers. Yeah. Like there's you can have some of these topics, but they need to be not the same fucking version of the debate that you've heard 30 times.
Yeah, for sure. So, and again, I will be feeding everyone. The event will feed everyone that shows up at least one meal, probably lunch, I think, is what I did last time. But we had food, like I took food home. There was so much left. It's crazy. So if you're interested, guys, you're going to need to let us know as early as possible. And if you have suggestions on, how we need to fund this. The last time I paid for everything, and I have said this time I'm not paying for everything. Now it's just, it's just the way it is. The event needs to support itself. And so I'd really like to make that happen, so.
Mm-hmm. I think another thing we did last year, by the way, was we did the BYOL or whatever. And depending on the event, we'll probably do that again, depending on what the center is. And that way y'all can like drink and hang out and shit, not have to pay.
That worked out really well too. So, yeah. Dennison's your mic fixed?
I think so.
Yep, we can hear you. There you go.
Oh, wait, now I can hear myself, though.
Yeah, potato. Alcohol is the devil. I agree with you.
The devil. It's the devil. Mama said. You remember that era where everybody was just like yell random quotes from movies at each other?
What's that?
Before TikTok, these youngins, they don't know. Our version of entertainment was yelling random movie quotes at each other.
That's true. That's true. They don't do that anymore. I wonder why that is.
That's because of TikTok. They just act out.
Lack of imagination.
Mm-hmm. They just do the trend instead. Fuck you.
He says that he's more conservative than me. He supports degeneracy. So hold on, Anson. In a way, you're right, because I support you, and you are, in fact, degeneracy. What's up, Vibe? Good to see you made it in. I know you can make it to my event in Dallas. We haven't figured out a venue yet, so that's why I kind of stumbled there. I don't have a venue for you, but I know you can make it. You can come on, hang out, chill, be cool. I know you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it is.
I also like the debates they have from MDD's event more than I liked last year. I think I'm actually going to watch some this year. Last year's, I literally think I watched one.
November was well. November was good. What's his name? Planet Peterson was good. What's up, Texas Bully Mom? Good to see you. I liked the debate with Planet Peterson and Rachel Wilson. I thought that was a good debate, and I liked the debate Rob Noor had with, I forget who it was, but it was a pretty good debate.
I did that. I paid for that thing. Oh, I told them that, I don't know, did they have assigned seating for the VIP things last year? I know they had areas, but they were like seats with your name on them.
I don't know. I didn't go to any. I paid for it, but I didn't go to any.
Yeah, same here. So I'm like, but I know this year, I know they had the dinner thing. I just sent him like the list of who I had dinner with. I sent like 6 people. I was like, just give me one of these. It's gonna be pretty funny if I get some random person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I echoing from? I don't know why
you're echoing, but it's terrible.
It's me. It's me. Oh, it's Denison.
It's Denison. I thought it was you. Gibbs is a liar. He's not a liar. What's up, Kel? How are you? You're leaving the country for the summer, but if it's after August 8th, you can make it. No, it's like July the 24th. Come back a week early.
Kel's here, by the way. Tell your boyfriend to stop bodying me. It's fucking annoying. And I tell him to shut the fuck up about that other shit too, or I'm going to cause him some problems.
Oh, that's getting in the weeds. What do you think about Trump arriving in Beijing today? Either of you?
Based. I hate this fucking idea that we can't go and talk to our enemies. Like China's our enemy. But okay, half the time, like you go, okay, Machiavelli, right? He talks about like having hosted events a lot of times, and like you want to like go and see what your enemy's got because what they show you tells you something, right? If they're willing to show you all this cool shit, all this crazy shit, then it's like, what are they not showing you? It also tells you something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to go meet with these other world leaders. People are like, oh, it gives them legitimacy. Well, China's one of the biggest countries in the world. They're obviously a legit country. I get what maybe you can make the argument about North Korea, but nobody knows anything about North Korea. So we should definitely go and do that. Like, I just hate this idea. And then this is a little bit of this. It's whatever Trump does is bad, right? Trump's not talking to China. He's giving a 2-hour line. Oh, okay. Oh, Trump's talking to China? Look at him, he's betraying it, just like with Iran. Oh, Trump invaded Iran. I can't believe he didn't do that. He should have kept the deal. Oh, Trump's giving up. Oh, he's ending it early. He's running away. Like, it's no matter what the guy does, they're going to be bitching. They got man could cure cancer. And they'd be like, this fucking dude. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, he cost all these people that make cancer drugs their jobs. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
really quick, ZD Den is gifted 10 memberships to An Unreasonable Man. Welcome to all of those people who got the memberships. And thank you very much, ZD Den, for all of your support. And really appreciate it. And yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that we do have to be careful when we start talking about going and meeting with these people. I do think it's important to recognize that that Xi did not snub Trump at all. And as a matter of fact, they came out with full honors, like it's the full on deal.
I don't think that, like, I wasn't worried about them getting snubbed. If that's something they're saying, I haven't seen that, but I've just got active and I like not working, about an hour or two ago, right? And so, like, I would be shocked if China snub Trump, one. And two, like, these are probably the leaders of the 2 most powerful countries in the world, right? Like, and China just took a hit. Venezuela and Iran. I mean, I don't know what exactly they're going to talk about, but I would assume Trump's going to drop his nuts.
Well, I think the big items are the Board of Trades that the U.S. China's going forward with. China purchasing more American food and some aircraft from us. Right now, I don't think that they can buy airliners like Boeing and that sort of thing from us. They have to buy them through a third party, or they're buying French airliners.
Well, also, we just signed this deal with the to fucking control the Strait of Malacca, which 80% of China's imports are now going through. We own their ass. Like, they're fucked. Like, they'd stop. They're probably going to want to. I bet they're exactly going to talk about the trade shit. Like, especially oil. Oil is coming up for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, it's not oil that's coming up. It's the Strait of Hormuz and moving oil through that. But I think the biggest thing is the trade deals. I think that's way bigger than anything else. Apparently, they had a huge business delegation on Air Force One. Apparently, Elon Musk flew in with Trump on Air Force One. NVIDIA's Jensen Huang, which apparently Trump personally recommended or personally acknowledged on CNBC. I guess Tim Cook and the Boeing execs, so that China can buy airliners directly from Boeing instead of I forget who the other ones are. It doesn't matter. Embraer and some others. We're just reversing. Honestly, what we're doing is reversing the trade deficit between us and China. They'll send us widgets that don't cost anything, and we'll send them, multi-billion-dollar airliners. I think that's a fair trade, right?
Mic check.
Yeah, you're good, man. Kel and Book of RLM, we need some feminine energy on here. And unfortunately, Def Not doesn't want to come up, but you ladies are welcome to. Look, there's going to be a lot of people that say just go along to get along with China. I agree with that. However, at the same time, I'm going to say that we've been getting played. Yeah, we've been getting played for decades by China, not giving us or not wanting to buy stuff from us. They would rather buy cheaper products from France or somewhere else than buy from us. That's why we have a trade deficit. And of course, we've been buying widgets from them forever. Trump has the leverage right now between the tariffs worked, they'll work again.
This guy's trolling, right?
Who?
Anson?
Yeah, Anson's definitely trolling.
Okay.
And, this trip coincides with American families feeling the squeeze from the slightly higher gas and grocery prices during summer, which happens every year. Okay, bye, Def Not. Thank you.
Also, there was a Chinese, there was a mayor in California that was just convicted of being a Chinese spy, and now we have direct confirmation that they were funding the Democrats because she was funding the Dems. So
yes. So we know that Trump is not on China's payroll. So suck it. Again, look, we've got this trip is happening at a very visual time, right? There are a lot of American families who feel like they're struggling, and so let's be real here. Is he going to blink on Hormuz? I don't think he needs to. I don't think it matters one way or the other. But publicly, I think that imagery is important. Are we going to get real concessions? Which I don't think. Again, I don't know that we need concessions. I think that contracts. I would be happy with contracts. Right. I would love to see Boeing get a nice fat contract to deliver 60 airliners to China. And it helps both of us out because China needs those airliners. And Trump has all the leverage right now. Like, you just don't understand, Joe Cool. You just don't. I mean, I know you think you do, but you don't. Now, I'll believe that this is all going to happen, obviously, when the ink is dry and the ships are unloading American beef in Shanghai, which will help Gibbs out. Gibbs is gonna love that shit. But you guys, I didn't mention that earlier. Yeah, a big chunk of this negotiation is going to be us selling beef directly to China, which they need. They need that beef. So
that would have to become one of the biggest oil exporters because we fucking control all this.
Yeah, we control all of that shit. So
it's about to be a new golden era for America.
I think it is, and I think that people who are living, who are being very short-sighted and not seeing this.
Actually, that's a good point. This is actually maybe America's biggest weakness is our short-sighted nature. Like, I was watching a stream the other night, and this guy was saying, it's amazing how many people can't just embrace a year of suck. If you can just have a year of suck, and then like after that, you'll be set for life. You'll have like all this. So if you just like literally live off ramen for a year, and then you'll stack money, right? It's interesting. Same thing with this. With beef, we're 2 to 4 years from a total turnaround. And I'll be honest, Trump has done some things that help that. And he's done other things like import Argentina beef. Now he's importing more beef. That's going to slow that change around now. And say we could just tough out the next 4 years, then we would be great. But the American consumer doesn't want to do that. So it's going to take longer for American herds to grow. But then he's also doing things like this beef. It's kind of like, it's same with Vietnam. We probably could have won in Vietnam if the American public had stuck around. Like, we could have converted Afghanistan, but nobody wants to be there for 100 years. I think that's maybe our biggest difference between like us and say like the Romans. The Romans would go there, and once it was under their control, they weren't letting that go somewhere else. And they would take over it.
That was me. Sorry. That was me. Sorry. That was me. Sorry. That was me. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, yeah. So like the Romans would sit there for 100 years and convert them culturally. You know, we're not doing that, right? Like, I think that's a big issue that we have here in America, as compared to other places. Like historically, is our short attention. We're almost like if ADHD was a country when it comes to like kind of like our attention spans. I don't know what happened there with Grid there. That was crazy.
I was clicking around. Dennison is watching this on Discord as well, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I got a notice. I got a notice from Discord. So I'm like, "What is this?" And I clicked, and it took me to his Discord, which I didn't realize was going to happen. So I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Oh, okay, I got it.
It was me dropping your channel name.
Yeah, that's
for
cool.
people to watch to come to the stream.
Yeah, and when I clicked the link, it didn't take me to a forum. It took me to the audio room. So we got 10 more gifted memberships. That's legit. That's legit. Now let's see. Where was I? I apologize. What was I? Somebody said something. Hey, yeah, Michael Gambetti, you're welcome to watch and talk shit within reason, of course. Actually, I don't know if there's any reason, but I got to address this. JCH says the oil companies ain't the government. True, but we tax all that shit. The government taxes all that shit. And by the way, those are the same oil companies that provide jobs. I don't know if you know this. Jobs are important. I don't know if you understand how the economy works. What's up, Spin City? How are you? I don't know if you understand how the economy works, but there's only two things the economy runs on, and that's jobs and taxes. Hopefully you can understand that. That's as simple as I can make it, right? And so if Boeing gets contracts for 60 aircraft, each one of those is like $1 billion each. That's good for the United States. That's jobs and taxes. And yeah, Boeing makes money too. That's fine, whatever. But we we, the United States of America, benefit. That's how it works. Welcome, Kel. Just give me a minute. And so I don't understand how this is such a hard concept for Americans to understand. If we negotiate a deal where we send meat to China, people like Gibbs here, who just walked the fuck away, benefit. They benefit, right? Because you know what he's going to do? He's going to sell or he's going to harvest cows, freeze them, and send them over to China, and they'll give for whatever. Who's being censored? What the fuck? I'm being censored on the internet solely on my identity, which is not celebrity status or streamer. What should I do? How would I know?
Wait, Frosty.
Suck it up and
how are you being
join the club.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that, Kel?
I'm just asking how he's being censored.
Yeah, how are you being censored? Yeah, that would be good information. It's not the government's meat. That's correct. But when Gibbs sells that meat to China, he pays taxes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be selling the meat to China, but it would be increase my profit. It would make my more profitable if people were selling to China. I would win by side. Well, no, mainly the reason I wouldn't is because if we sold to China, since there's a limited amount of beef, there would be other people would start selling to China for probably higher prices, which would mean that the people that I already have deals with would have to pay me more. And so, which I would never sell to China just because. Not
direct. You're saying you wouldn't sell it directly because you're not the broker. The broker would have to pay you more. I got you.
Well, and I also have direct contracts with like Saltgrass Steakhouse, with HEB, and then with like several of the Michoacanas. So like they're already buying 100% of my beef. So they're good, but the prices would go up, and I would benefit.
100%.
I mean, okay, like 95, 98%.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Can I do like a 2-second derail?
Yes, you may.
Grid, can you?
I think that was.
Can you please pull up the video I sent you?
Is it in the back? You didn't put it in the back. Well,
I'll put it in the back right now.
Yeah, why? Yeah, you can't expect me to do all the work.
Okay, I sent this to you on Discord.
Just like a woman to expect the man to do all the work.
Wait, listen, I'm on a phone.
Yeah, just lie there.
No, I did not do that. I did not do that. I did not do that. I will bring up the video though.
I think he did that. I think he did that.
For the record, I got other things to do today here in a little bit. And I want to
see.
Your face kind of looks like you did that.
I did not. Promise. Kel's back. Kel's on a phone. That's why she's having trouble. All right, I've got it, Kel. Give me a second. Let me figure out what I'm going to do.
Thank you. All right. I'm not in like my forever home, but I'm in like a temporary living situation. So I'm like, I really don't want to like move a whole big computer setup again. So I've been thinking about just getting like a MacBook, but people say it's not worth it. Just wait to get a PC. So.
I don't know. I think that, just my observation is I think that MacBooks work pretty good.
Yeah. People just like,
but
they're almost as much as a computer. Like you can get a good computer for like $1,000 to like $1,200, you know. But like a MacBook's like $800. It's like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy new. That would be my advice right now.
Yeah.
Like prices are really, really, really inflated.
The computer market is volatile as fuck right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Some really good deals right now.
So take advantage of like eBay deals and shit like that right now.
This one was $1,700 at Best Buy, but I got it for $1,100 now on Amazon. So they got some good deals going on, depending where you look. Because like they have the new chips just came out, so all the old chips just went down in price.
Well, there was a chip shortage, so they're catching up. That's the biggest reason is that.
And then I guess a new one also just dropped like last month or the month before.
I think we're trying to, or how do we put this gently? A lot of people are buying up chips to basically, hang on, I'm trying to get this. That's not it. Where is this? There we go. Yeah. All right. And so there were a bunch of people who are buying up chips and those chips could be used with AI, and now those chips cannot be used with AI. Or the new generations of chips are not as easily used with AI, so they're cheaper or whatever, I think. I think that's what it is. Anyway, next to Kel wants to play this, so let's play it. How are you doing, Kel?
I'm
a
doing
starfish.
Good. How are you?
I heard that you
I like the Princess Leia.
to rehab. I know.
I did not go back into rehab. Who said that?
I
did not
think
go back into rehab.
Gibbs was saying that.
Oh, well, Gibbs is lying. I'm out of rehab. I've been out of rehab.
Okay.
Crazy.
Well,
Why?
why? Okay, hold on. All right, I don't want to do this. I don't want to put your personal shit out here. But okay, there's a technical reason why you didn't go back in there, isn't there, Cal?
No, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like,
oh, you don't know? Okay, well then I guess
No,
I'll
well,
just.
it sounds
I don't want to put you on blast because it sounds real. It's gonna sound real bad when I say it. But like, I'm not trying to do that.
Okay. Everybody just,
It sounds like 2 weeks after all this happened, you went onto Grid's panel and said, "Oh yeah, Kel, I don't know about her. I think she's back in."
You were literally
When I
saying
was
shit.
actually- let me finish. When I was at a sober living environment, doing
all right,
perfectly
money
fine,
talks. Give me a second.
doing perfectly fine.
Hold on. Money talks. Here's $4. That's hilarious. What is that? 400 something. I'm being censored dead ass if you want to know the type of censorship.
That yen?
Are you like?
I think that's yen.
Is he
They
like?
look like yen.
Well, that would explain why he's probably censored.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Kel, your hair looked nice in the video.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as far as the other thing, yeah, I mean, there was a reason why you didn't go back in there. It wasn't there.
Well, what I'm saying is that's completely.
What did they tell you? Oh, it's completely irrelevant.
What it sounds like is you went on Grid's panel and said Kel went back to rehab. So it doesn't matter if there's a technical reason or not whether I didn't go back in. It sounds like you went and spread a lie. That isn't.
Well, I didn't spread a lie. Well, what happened, the reason why that came up is because you came to cattywampus in chat, and then I said something while Grid was here on the channel with me, and I said that.
A lie if someone
It's not a lie. Because it was happening currently. It was currently happening whenever that shit was going down, and I hadn't talked to you because I cut your ass off because of several reasons. So listen. I don't want to relitigate this, but if you want to relitigate it, we can, and you're going to come out looking worse. And I don't want to really make you look worse because that's not my goal. My goal is not to sit here and talk shit about you. I don't want to.
This is what we call a Gib Gallop. You do a lot of fucking talking when it's very simple. I'm just asking why you lied to Grid about going
Gib Gallop walls.
That's a good one. No, first of all, I didn't lie. Secondly, I didn't lie.
Did I go back to rehab? Wait,
okay, why didn't you go back to rehab? Why didn't you go? Maybe you want to tell that part of the story.
Is this like a ginger thing?
No. So the answer is no. I didn't go back to rehab.
Well, okay, but you did go back to the facility and asked to go in there. What happened?
I'm like, huh?
Okay, fine. Since you want to play dumb and make me look bad, I'll fucking just blast you now.
I'm like, you
No. This is what you said. This is a direct quote. I went back in there and they told me, and I quote, "I'm too far gone to be able to go back in there, and they can't help me." So you did go back to the facility. I didn't want to go in there and put you on blast, and I was trying to be nice about this. So you did go back in there. That is what happened. Don't lie now. You did say that. You did go in there. So either you lied to me about what happened, or you did, or it never happened. So you did go back. They didn't let you in, and that's even worse. And I didn't want to put you on blast saying that, but okay, you fucking did this. So why are you going to come in here, relitigate this, and make yourself look worse? I'm very calm.
Okay. Both of you calm down for a second. Lawrence R, $5. Kel is so cute. She is like a cute little good witch. That's actually pretty funny. I'm
No, I'm saying it's very obvious that you busted now.
I was
go ahead.
We started again. I'm like, chill.
Yeah.
So I asked you why you lied. You're coming up with like a non.
It wasn't a lie. You did go back to the facility, and they told you couldn't come back in. That's a true statement.
I went back to rehab, Gibbs. I'm like,
yeah, you never went back because they wouldn't let you in. That's what you told me. So either you lied to me, and then now that got out, or now you.
You said that you stopped talking to me months before that. So what are you even talking about? I'm like,
your timeline this fucked up. Can you not tell what the timelines are, bro? This has been. I've kept the same story. I don't keep going talking about you like this. It's not like we're spreading some shit. If anybody spreads some shit, it's your little group over there spreading some shit, and it's about to be a problem.
You are freaking out right now because
I'm not freaking out.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Not a lie.
I know that I forgive you, but I'm just asking.
Okay, did that not happen? Did that not happen?
Gibbs, let me speak. I asked you a very simple question. I said, why did you come on to Grids and lie about me and say I went back to rehab when I never did?
He didn't come on here. I asked him privately, just to clarify.
Okay, well, regardless, I'm like, you let me know publicly, right? Like that clip I sent you that you're like spreading disparaging stuff about me.
So it wasn't me spreading it. I was asked.
I haven't gone back to rehab, and so I just asked, did I go back to rehab?
Wait, you did go back.
Instead of just saying, no, you didn't go back to rehab. I lied.
No, you did go back.
You have to do like a whole essay of conversation
to
over-explain yourself because
no one's over-explaining anything.
And yes, you lied.
Well, first of all, the story I said to Grid was that, yeah, you went back, right? Or you were going back, because that's at the time, that is what was true. That was what you had told me. And then you told me later, afterwards, then you told me later afterwards what I just said, which is worse. And I was trying not to go out and keep bringing your name up and blasting you.
True. He hasn't talked to me about it since then. That part's true.
All because I didn't want to make it worse. But now you're over here trying to relitigate it because you think it's a knock on your name. I don't want to redo all this, and I'm not trying to bring you down.
I'm just letting you know, Gibbs, it's insurance. If you have issues, no one's going to say, like, turn you away because of that, right? It's insurance. Like, your insurance will pay for rehab again. So, I don't know where you're fucking pulling the shit out of your ass. Okay?
Said this verbatim to me, so then you just lied to me. I can't help that you don't remember what you told me. Like,
you're tripping. I'm not
tripping.
Like,
listen, you can try to come on here and gaslight, and you can say what you want. My story hasn't changed, but like from day one, it's been the same thing. I've said, okay, I cut you off. I wasn't talking to you. You got cut off. You got cut off. It's the same story that's always been.
Yeah.
I mean, Baggio them can call you. Yeah, Baggio them did call you that shit. Baggio them can say all they want. He's also one viewer, Andy, that has no fucking promotion. He's a scrublet.
You actually believe your own nonsense. That's
all right. So hold on. I want to address this. Gibbs, you going to AA? I don't know that Gibbs is going to AA. Again, is I think he means intent of
intention.
Me to slander, roast, and insult. No. I had nothing to do with this. Kel requested to make it right, or at least have the conversation. I'm allowing them to have the conversation without me butting into it, because if I were to butt into it, I would say, look, you guys, it sounds to me like a legitimate misunderstanding. I don't know why there's a battle going on here. First, whether or not you went to rehab, it seems to be not in question, right? I did
rehab the first time. I just don't appreciate it.
I know you did the first time. The whole question was in that clip is I had been told that you had gone back to rehab. Gibbs told me originally that you had actually gone back.
You told me, I wasn't allowed back in, which is a worse story than what I fucking told Grid, because I had that information. That is a true story. You can see this. Look, by the way, guys, you know how Kel does this thing when she lies. She does the little half grin every time she's caught. You can watch this on every stream or every time. She'll do this every time. It's a tell.
Regardless, and I don't know that, guys. Yeah, I don't know that actually trying to lie there. I think maybe there's a difference of opinion in how you interpret what was said.
No, that's right. She actually did come in here and want to start drama. I said we came in here to talk about business shit. You wanted to come in here and bring this up. You wanted the chance to try to bring my name down. I've done nothing but be nice to you. I talk shit about you. You wanted to hang out with shitty people. Like, I don't know. You come to me, cattywampus.
Just give me a second.
You got to calm down. But I'm like, I didn't come in here to slander your name. But if you tell Grid that I went back to rehab, I'm going to come in here and
I told you what I told you.
You just told me that. I mean, honestly, you could have just told me that. You didn't need to tell him that he misunderstood or whatever.
He deserves to get caught up with his lies in public. I'm like,
I wasn't telling people lies in public. Hold on. You have zero credibility. You're fucking obsessed with a bald bitch that does nothing with his life and lives with his aunt because he can't afford to live on his own. You're upset. You got so upset that you ended up going to rehab, and now you're in here trying to blast me because you don't even remember the stupid shit you told me and can't keep your story straight. You're not going to make me look bad. I'm a successful individual in life. I get my shit done. I know what happened yesterday. I know what happened happened a month ago. I know what happened a year ago. I'm sorry that you told me something, and then I told Grid because we cared about you, and then I haven't brought you up since then. And then he brought it up, and I brought it up too, and I've talked about you since then. And anytime anybody brings you up, I say I wish good things on you, and don't talk about you. So when you're sitting here trying to relitigate this shit, you're only making yourself look bad because you're the one with no credibility, fam. I hate to break it to you. Sorry, I'm very calm.
Texas booger sugar is really good, but I
wish I had some right now. It'd be fantastic. But
no one's trying to litigate, but I like
you're literally doing it right now.
I will set the record straight because you came in here and lied about me. So you're weird.
I lied about you. Grid asked me.
You're spurging so bad right now. It's embarrassing, bro.
Nobody's spurging. If you call telling the facts spurging and you just not liking it because it doesn't fit your lined-up story that you have in your head that you've concocted, like, that's on you. You've done this multiple times now where you concocted shit. I'm like, my breath is fine. I can talk like this.
The audio is a little air cancer on my end, though. I don't know what it sounds like for you guys, but
you guys.
All I can hear is Gibbs kind of. Yeah, all I can hear is Gibbs, and then every once in a while he cuts out, but I can't hear Kel at all.
Oh, because he's screaming.
Let's get the phone.
It's a little loud.
Phone.
Yeah, my apologies.
All right, so look, guys. First of all, sorry, I had a text in the middle of this. I apologize.
Can I butt in here?
Yeah, go ahead, Dennis, and butt in. And
it kind of seems like both things are true. Isn't that right, Kel? Like, maybe you didn't mean it, or you were joking, but you told him that what he's saying. You told him, right?
What? No, that's what I'm saying. Is like what he said was not true.
You never told him that they wouldn't take you back. Even in jest.
That's exactly what you said. Verbatim.
No, absolutely.
What did you tell him then?
Your insurance will pay for it regardless of if they want you.
Yeah, no,
you told me
I believe you.
Would not take you back.
But he's not claiming. He's not claiming that, though. He's just claiming that you told him something, not that it's anything beyond that.
Right, was not going to take you back that you went to because you were too far.
That's what you said. And I wanted to go back to rehab. Wouldn't I just go to another rehab facility?
Well, that's a whole different conversation than what we're talking about now. That is a whole other
conversation. Yeah, he's just talking about what you said to him with your mouth hole. That's it. No other implications.
I'm saying I disagree.
So what did you say to him?
What? Like, we talked about rehab since. I'm like what specifically? I'm like, we never had a conversation.
What do you think that he's misinterpreting, or do you think he's just making shit up out of nowhere?
Pulling shit out of his fucking asshole and lying out of his teeth.
What would his motivation be for that?
I've already cut you off.
Hold on, guys. I think there's a disconnect here. Gibbs, as near as I can tell, has never said anything publicly about you and your situation, Kel.
Exactly. You're welcome.
I asked him because we were.
I don't talk about you privately.
I asked Gibbs, because you guys seem to be in contact, and I said how Kel is doing. He said she's back in rehab or whatever, and I said, okay, that's okay. I probably should have kept that to myself. Okay.
It was literally after you had told me this, like before you told me this other thing, and you told me you were going back.
Okay. So whether the order happened right or not, I probably shouldn't have said anything to my guests about it that night. But I was asked about you, and I said, well, I think that what I had heard was you were in rehab, and so I was asked who said that, and I said, well, Gibbs said that, and I think that that's all clear. And I don't know why we're here now. Because
it's not a lie. You told me this after.
Stop talking over me. And
if he believed that you were in, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out because both of you are saying kind of the same thing, but you don't.
Bro, you asked him.
No, she's saying he's completely making it up.
This is the timeline. So Kel
she didn't say that until I asked her, but she's saying it now.
This is the timeline. Kel said she was going to go back. Kel said she was going to go back. She said, all right, because XYZ happened. We don't need to go to exactly what happened. She said she's going to go back. Grid and I talked later that day. And then after Grid and I talked, you told me this other thing that I've said publicly now. And I tried to keep this on the down. I've not told anybody. And the only person I even talked to you about was Grid. So you said I'm spreading shit privately. No, if you want to be mad at someone, no offense, Grid. I'm throwing it. You should be mad at Grid because he took the information. I haven't talked about you to anybody. So, Kel, why don't you go fuck yourself and get out of your head and stop bringing my name up? I'm not talking about you. You and your little boys are talking about me. So, that's on you, Sam.
I saw one very pristine opportunity to talk to you directly and confront you on the absolute bullshit that you're spreading. And so I took it. I'm like, just be very clear. I barely fucking talk about you, bro. I'm like, you are not that important.
This ginger on ginger crime is killing me inside.
Hold on. This is the funny thing. You say this. This is the third time you've tried to come on a panel I've been on, and it's the only time I've let it happen. So, like, don't fucking keep saying.
When?
Bro, there's been 2 other Grid times we popped in your ass. I come in and I said I had to go already. There was once you actually did come in, I think, and I think there's another one.
You're running, so you run.
I'm not running. I don't have time for your bullshit. You bring nothing to the table, Cal. I had hopes for you, and I thought you were gonna do well. And I still wish you know what to do. Yeah, I was running because I was running from. Yeah, you're right. You know what, guys? I am running. I am running because I don't want the cancer that is in your life to affect me anymore. You have done nothing but bad to me, Cal. Unfortunately, like nothing good has come out of our friendship for me. I want to sound good, dick, but like that has been bad. It's been really bad, and I wish you. But bro, you believe everything. You believe everything this other motherfucker told you, and you didn't still believe it after you got caught lying to you 10 times. You're just not credible at all.
Hold on. Money talks.
Yeah, she's mad at boundaries. Is what the facts are. It is. Nova's absolutely correct.
Congratulations on your sobriety, Kel. Gibbs is a fool. You look great. I mean, all of those things can be true at the same time. I've seen Gibbs act like a fool many times, but anyway. But I don't think I don't actually understand why we keep going around this particular thing. If you told him at some point that you went to rehab, whether you actually got in or not is irrelevant. He never said anything about that to me.
Go back to rehab. I went to rehab.
Why do you keep saying that though?
You did.
Why do you keep saying that you didn't go back when he's just saying that you told him you went back?
That's because that's where the issue lies. Because I publicized that I went to rehab. I made YouTube shorts about it. But the going back to rehab is an explicitly Gibbs lie.
Who told me this verbatim? They wouldn't let you back in that facility because they said you were too gone. I'm not allowed to record every message that I have with people online because I'm not mentally ill like you are. Jesus Christ.
Gibbs, if you're telling the truth, what it kind of seems like you are, then this is just content for her. She's deliberately pushing your buttons to get you pissed off.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly what's happening.
I'm like, it's actually so crazy. I'm like, it makes me laugh because I'm like, it blows my mind that this is your story and you're sticking to it. I'm like,
well, Kel, all right, hold on. What is the resolution you want, Kel?
No, I just wanted to see what he would say. Like, I just really wanted to know what kind of.
You know what? If it's not for content, fine. Everything Kel says is true. I don't give a shit. I lied. I made it up. I don't care. Here you go. That's true. It's done. You got what you wanted. Are you done? Are you happy? Like, what do you want?
Grid asked me a question. May I answer? I'm sorry. So I understand his perspective now, where it's just completely retarded and there's no resolution to find from this. I wanted to ask him to his face about his lies because we were good friends for a long time and it's just completely fucking retarded. So I just had to, come in, investigate, do my 2 cents, and yeah.
You didn't throw it that time, at least.
Yeah.
All right, so Kel, I'm gonna say this, and you can take it for however you want to, but every time Gibbs and I have talked about you specifically, he's expressed nothing but wanting good things to happen for you. It wasn't yesterday, it was maybe the day before yesterday. We talked about, I'm like, hey, what's going on with Kel? I see her here and there, but I never see her come on. Have you talked to her? And he's like, no, I haven't talked to her because of, I guess, the Baggio thing. And how you see in his viewpoint, because he does care about you, you seem to be sabotaging your own future because you can't get past this dude who, by the way, I've met.
You
All right. By the way, I've met that guy, and Gibbs is not wrong. I believe the guy is a loser, and I don't think that he's worth your time. But that is my opinion. That's my opinion, and that's all I'll say on the matter. But that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, I really do think that Gibbs at least has some caring and concern, which is why he's bothered to even say what he said. Now, whether or not you're angry about that, I don't know, but that's, and I just want everything out so that nobody can come back. So we can't have it. We won't have another one of these, right? Where people are yelling at each other.
2-second derail.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, Grid openly just said he's the one who brought this up and talked about it on the chat. I haven't talked to anybody but basically Grid about you, and maybe a few others that asked me where you're at. I'm like, oh, I don't talk to Kel anymore, but I hope she's doing well. That's literally all I say, except for Grid, who I knew you had a relationship with him, so, like, as a friend, right? Like, so, like, you're over here coming at me, cattywampus, saying I'm spreading lies and shit. When I talk to Grid, and there's some kind of timeline thing where you're confused about, or you're just denying shit that you don't remember telling me, because I don't know, maybe you're drunk. Who knows? I don't know. Hopefully you're not. But the point is that, like,
fucking full of shit and condescending. I'm like such an asshole. Like, I don't know why anyone should take you seriously. I'm like, for real.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many people actually take Gibbs seriously.
Real.
Enough that I get pay my bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they could just be doing it for the content. Either way, it's okay.
Yeah, whatever. You're cringing, gay. Stop lying about people. Bye.
Yeah. I was very productive. I'm glad we did that. This is the same thing.
I'm somewhat not confused isn't the real word for it.
Frustrated is the word I would like to use. It's very frustrating to me. Like, you actually like do things like nice, care about people, do nice, and then you still get fucked over. Like, but it's okay.
Hey, so how about that Iran, huh?
Yeah, fuck Iran. Fuck them bitches.
So hold on. So, I mean,
now Grid's not done with this yet.
No, I'm done. Look, I wish Kel the best. I like Kel a lot. I think Kel's got honestly, I think, Kel has a future in various places. I'm just not really sure. I think that she's self-sabotaging. I've said that. I said it out loud. And that's okay, right? Like everybody needs to hear sometimes. And if you don't believe, you don't have to believe me. I could be wrong. I've been wrong like twice before. Actually, it's not true.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, absolutely. I've said this several times. This is your last thing I said. I thought she had a lot of potential. I honestly think Homie fucked shit up, and it was maybe not the root cause, but it was a catalyst. And like I suggested, getting away from the drama and into politics, and I thought that was doing good. And I'm not saying politics is much less toxic than drama, but at least you're producing something, right? Like you're producing content, you're pushing the nation, however, whatever that is, a little bit one way or the other. And like, I think that was good. And if she wants to come here and relitigate this shit, that's fine. I guess she had felt some kind of way about it, but like I have not been talking shit about her. I've not been spreading lies, and I guess if she wants to make content out of this and hope it gets passed around in the group and look, Gibbs is an asshole, so be it. But this is about the fourth or fifth time where it's come down to whether I'm lying, she's lying, or someone else is lying. And every time so far, in the words of Martin Luther King, the truth will set you free. I've been vindicated. So like I'm not that worried. I'm not worried about this at all. And I just like I said, I hope she does better and improves her life. So that's all that matters.
I think Z-Dan has a point here. In case you're still there, Kel, these men on this panel have your back more than your boy toys, Kel. You're a fool to think differently. I mean, I'm actually really going to agree with that because I just want Kel to be okay. So, that's it. I don't have any other motivation.
The other thing is this, though. Like, I lied. One last thing this is why I like cut her off, right? Like all this shit's going down, and I knew that at some point you're enabling if you keep like being there, listening to them, and then like telling them stuff, and then they keep doing it. You're like, sometimes you have to hit like a spot that's bad. I've had to be there myself, not like because I was a drug addict or anything, but like I've had to like lose friends, like realize, I fucked up, and like this is kind of where this situation is. And I knew this was probably a bad idea to even like stay for it, but you're right because I am running. I guess because I don't want to have this kind of bad shit in my life, it's bad for your mental health at some point, right? And so, like Grid said, we just want you to do all right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty much done talking. I guess I've kind of forgotten most of what I was going to say about China and some of the comments, but basically, let's sell some jets. Let's sell some beef. Let's make China buy from us, not the other way around. I like that trade route better than the opposite. We got another one of these. Frosty Cinna Dude 7.
Oh, those are rupees.
Rupees. All right.
Yeah,
Gibbs, Kel is playing some sort of game and wants you to play along. I will be honest. I have no idea what she's doing, but it sounds horrific. No, she's trying to make it make sense, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't make it make sense.
Frosty's like an OG. He loves Kel. He's a big fan. Like, I don't know. It's whatever. I like I said, I'm not going to sit here and just keep bashing. It's not really what my goal is. I'm just not going to be called a liar either, because that's no good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So what do you think about this 3.8% inflation?
I mean,
do you think it's real?
Yeah, I think it's real.
It's artificially upheld, though.
Yeah, but it's only been 3.8 for like 3 weeks. Can it really be? I mean, how long does it need to be like actual inflation before it's just like a bump, speed bump?
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, though. Like, we're not actually – this is one thing that I don't think people understand. Trump isn't actually going to make inflation go down. I mean, if he did, that would be maybe the most impressive thing any president's ever done. What he's going to do is slow the rate of inflation. That would be his goal. So maybe I think the real question is this going to be a long-term, like, at this rate of inflation growth, or if it's going to, like, slow down and be like, oh, by the end of his term, it's only 3.9 or 4.0. Yeah, that would be the better question, I think.
I think you're right.
I'd love to see some deflation, some hard times, some contraction in the economy.
But that's
bad. Well, we would if we didn't get trade deals with China, if we didn't control Venezuela's oil and how the oil is turned into money. If we didn't control that, we would see deflation, 100%.
I'd go full protectionism at this point and cut off all trade with China, most of our trade with Europe, bring all the manufacturing back, raise interest rates through the roof.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I can see why.
Who's this guy talking to? Not going to be called what you are, narcissism, dude. She ain't in the facility nor being treated by the facility. So what is it? It ain't no truth.
This is another guy who can't listen.
Yeah.
The claim wasn't that she actually went back to rehab. It was that she told him she went back to rehab.
Yeah. Also, this is what's happening right now. If you can't figure it out. She probably went and said, "Oh, I'm gonna go tell Gibbs what's up" in some like discords, and now she's got like her cheerleaders in here. So like that's
fine.
Yeah, that's okay. It's more views for Grid.
Could be. Look, I really wish the best for Kel. Hopefully she's gonna straighten this out. I don't see there's anything that needs to be straightened out.
There's a good question from Ghost.
What is
selling beef to China cause a rise or a decrease in prices?
Well, initially it would be a rise. It would be a significant rise.
Because the news will say that we're going to be short beef and there's going to be runs on it and there'll be long lines waiting for the beef line.
Well, I don't know about that's one thing, but the other thing that's going to happen, I'm sure they'll cause panic. The other thing that'll happen is there is less supply, because this is the whole problem with us bringing in beef, right? Is that we're not letting the herds grow. Now we're going to be, I guess the argument would be we would be able to increase our herd sizes to sell to China, and which would cause beef to go lower here at home. That's the long-term goal, which would eventually happen. But in the short term, there's only so much beef that we have here. Like,
right, but none of this will happen fast. That's why I think that's what people forget is even if Trump signs a deal to provide beef for China, it's 2 years, easy.
Yeah, because the cattle gestation periods and then the growth rates and whatnot.
Yeah, it's 2 years before it happens.
And that's if you're only talking about calves, right? Like if you're talking about full grown cattle, you're looking at about 4 years before they're even able to.
Yeah. But we get the deal signed today, right? Like that's and that way that makes it happen. Now remember, we did this once before. I don't know, you know, I was a youngster when this happened, but so what happened is Jimmy Carter went and told, without a deal in place, he had a handshake deal with Russia or USSR at the time, to buy wheat and corn. And he went into the Midwest and he said, grow everything you can. And the farmers went out and they took out massive loans against their property. They went into debt to buy seed and equipment and hire people to work the farms. And then they culled the wheat. They went out, cut it all down, processed everything, and in the meantime, the Ukraine had stopped being assholes and were selling wheat to Russia again and the rest of the USSR, and their wheat famine was over. And guess what? They didn't need our wheat. They didn't need our corn. Oh, by the way, we were also selling them tractors at the same time. So we were actually selling them the way to fix their problem at the same time.
Well, in quick highlight, they already did this back in the day. You know, everybody's like, "Oh, Russia makes good tanks." Well, I don't know if you know this, but we did the land lease program, and we would send over there and send them a whole bunch of Shermans during and after World War II, and then we sent engineers over there and taught them how to build the tanks. Like one more negative towards communism. You know,
they don't build shit. And El Perro is correct here. Then the farm mortgage foreclosures took everything. Blood on the scarecrow. They were talking about all of in the land on the parks outside courthouses. They would put these white crosses, and those white crosses were a farm that was sold. And John Deere went through massive layoffs, and so, but that's because Carter never had a deal in place. He just bumblefucked along, and he never had a signed, sealed treaty or with consequences to it or not. I don't think Trump's that stupid, and I don't think Trump's going to say, you know, go out and go into debt to produce these cows. It's going to be like, hey, increase the size of the herd, do what you can, we'll sell them what we can. So the I don't think that I think that that's what we'll see. Now, we've also, and I know Gibbs knows about this, we've also, through our trade deals, helped Argentina increase their herd size, which I know Gibbs is all pissy about.
Yeah, I mean, like, I actually like Argentina overall. Like, it's not because I'm mad about, like, they're like, I'm glad that they're allies. They sent ships to go fight, go fight.
That's the Milou regime, right?
Yeah, he's doing really good. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I think he's a CIA plant.
Hey, well, as long as they're working for us, I don't give a shit. But the point is, like, I don't know. I feel like right now we're seeing something we haven't seen in like generations, and it's like we're actually seeing the shift. Right.
You know, I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to go further. I'm going to say that we're on the verge of the biggest boom since the Roaring '20s.
Yeah, I feel it's coming. I feel like the boom is energy.
And I say it because you look at every aspect of our life. The FAA issued more CFI licenses than they ever have last year. The same thing with private pilot licenses, and that's how people get to be airline captains and all of that to make their living in aviation. I think we're going through a golden age of aviation. You look at how many companies who used to import cars here now are building automotive factories. We have more automotive factories here in the United States than we ever have, and that are employing as many or more people percentage-wise as they did at Detroit's heyday. It's just people can't admit that. They can't admit it. If they admit it, then it becomes real, and then they have to deal with the fact that they were fucking wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead. Is this going to help the poor and the lower middle class over the next 20 years, or are they just going to fall farther behind?
Well, actually,
I think it's going to help the poor and the lower middle class. I think the more industrial and manufacturing jobs building these airplanes for China the more ranching jobs, it's hard work, but it's not particularly mental. You don't need to be a mental giant to do farm work, to be a hand, and they're going to need a lot of them. Robots can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, also in addition to that, this is something like I'm personally sad. I'll use beef because it's one I'm familiar with. I get frustrated with Trump because I'm like, oh, the short term, we can just get this fixed in the short term, right? But like the problem is he's a populist, and so the population's going, oh God, beef prices are going to raise, and they would raise the next 2 to 4 years regardless. So what he's done though with bringing Argentina is he'll feed out. I'm talking about now. He's like, I'm going to go after the meat packers, which huge fan of that, big fan. Right, but then I don't have to get my shit processed, but 90% of ranchers do, and so they're going to be they're getting fucked by these big four. But then at the same time, he's being Argentina, so he's like giving a carrot to like the ranchers who are like, finally a president's doing something for us. Then it's like, oh, we're bringing Argentina beef. We're like, oh, that sucks for us. But he's like, since I'm doing this, I'm like going to let y'all be able to grow and with China. He's like, okay, now I'm going to have another reason for you to grow your herds. So it's like he's giving us a little bit while at the same time. So it might take longer for us to grow herds, but like at the same time, he's making prices lower for the average consumer. Right. And I think that's big. He does all these things where it's like, okay, I do want to get the change, and there might be a short-term shock, but at the same time, he's going to try to ease that a little bit. I think he's done a pretty good job of that overall. I
mean, I think, and then I'm going to move on to the next thing here, but I think that
hopefully,
yeah, I think that I don't know about I mean, first of all, I hate the term lower and middle class because that's irrelevant to whether somebody's earning potential. You can be an unskilled laborer and make a decent amount of money in working in a factory if you work there and you work your way up and do that. So I kind of dislike that, and I think it's purposely meant to disenchant people, and I just don't like it. But it doesn't matter what I like or dislike. It's just what is and isn't. I do think that there are. I'm going to give you a hot take here, Dennison. I think that what you're going to see is these high-paying tech jobs, these high-paying admin jobs that are easily replaced with AI. I think you're going to see a decrease in those jobs, and I think you're going to see an increase in lower and middle-class jobs, feeding people, making things again, and working. People that will work in factories, work and produce things like airplanes and beef and cars. And I think that's. I honestly think we're in the age where the idea that just get a computer science degree and you'll make as much money as you want. I think that those days are over, and I think that you're going to see the second coming of manual labor.
I think another thing is it's part of the reason why the left is so upset. Is because they're the ones finally on the receiving end of this, right? Usually the jobs that have been getting cut are what the people that like conservatives that like ranching is a bit small or shrinking. Mm-hmm. You've seen farming shrinking, getting automated. Yeah. You're seeing factory jobs. But now, because of AI, we're seeing I literally saw a meme. It was a TikTok share. They're like, can you guess who this person voted for? And it's some girl laying on the ground. It's a professor. She's swatting the walls and smacking it. And she's like, stop using AI and generative AI. Just take notes. Stop this. No laptops are going to be allowed in my class anymore. Just freaking out because she's like, it's like, why do we even need a professor? Whenever I can get the book, have the book summarized by an AI, read this and be just as educated than if I had I don't know, a professor. Now, I'm not saying it's all schools going to go the way, but I think it's going to eliminate a lot of these specific degrees, gender studies, or other degrees like that. I think are going to get hurt pretty big in the academia world because they're just going to have no need for them. Why would you ever go whenever you have this? Philosophy will probably be fine, but some of these others won't.
Well, I just, like I said, I think that we're going to be in kind of a renaissance period for a while. And to be honest with you, I think we deserve it because, let's be honest, we've,
our leaders have been selling out our resources and exporting our jobs for fucking 6 decades.
Yeah. Well, we've also bred this culture of I can always work in an office. I'm going to go to college and get this magic degree that's going to solve all my problems. Now that seems to be reversing. Now you're going to have to actually be an employee somewhere. You're going to have to show up for work. Shockingly, a growth segment of our jobs is, believe it or not, railroads, locomotives. We're shipping stuff across country. We're using bulk carriers again. Part of that, I think, is because of the fuel. It just costs less to use a train than a semi. But I see this as a reversal, and I also think that we're going to see more, like airline flight is going to become. I think we're seeing a golden age of aviation where there's going to be a lot more focus on corporate type flights than for at least for a while than your major airlines. And I want to run this by you. So if I have a 9-passenger jet and it costs me $5,000 to fly that jet to, say, from Nashville to St. Petersburg, Florida, or wherever, and I can put 9 people on it, that's cheaper and faster than buying tickets on American Airlines. And that's what companies are looking at right now. It's either close to the cost or above the cost to use charter planes than it is anything else. NetJets is huge now. I don't know if you guys follow it. NetJets is off the chain. It's crazy.
How much did you say? 4,000?
5,000 an hour. It's about an hour trip from like Nashville to or St. Petersburg, Orlando, wherever.
So that's like 500 a seat, right? Am I thinking about that correctly?
Yeah, it's about 500 a seat.
And the national airlines are more than that now?
The last time I bought a seat on Southwest was $350 with no luggage.
Damn.
And it can be higher than that.
I think it depends on when you book too. Like I booked mine for TwitchCon on Southwest, like it was like 180 or whatever.
Yeah, you can get them really cheap if you buy really early and you have and usually an inconvenient flight, like with layovers and shit.
Oh, I never get layovers. Fuck that.
I hate layovers, man. The cheapest Southwest flight I've had recently was $220, I think.
My friend got on a plane. They went to the airport and they booked this flight. And I guess they didn't read the fine print. So they get him to the airport and they take him. And you know how they have those little things attached to the jets? They take him and it has one of those and it leads them to a bus. And they got him on a bus. And they drove him like Greyhound. I was like, bro, you got no wonder it was so cheap.
Don't promote Dennison. He's retarded. Anson, come up here and you don't have the keys over here. That's why Anson hasn't been up already. He doesn't have the keys over here.
Want to talk about gerrymandering? I'll talk about
is Trump going to bail out the airlines again? He's never bailed out the airlines, and that would be socialism depending on how they did it. But yeah, he didn't.
It's not socialism when you do it for businesses.
It's kind of corporate socialism.
It's pretty close.
It's like
it's totally socialism when you spend money on people's healthcare and food and shit.
It's not only socialism. Then I like Dennison because he's like on the verge of both sides, and he's probably his own worst mental enemy.
I'm a political atheist. I don't believe in any of this bullshit. I think you're all being fucked in the ass by the people who own everything, and most of it's theater and bullshit.
Nobody needed that energy. Nobody needed that imagery in their head.
And I'm
trying to be. I want to be one of the people that owns everything, all right? That's what I'm trying to
be. Being honest, and I think it's time for something new. Plus, I haven't yet to meet an American who knows what the definition of socialism. I'm not to say that I'm pro-socialism. Just I'm for trying anything that works. I don't think we have to do one thing or the other, and I don't think that nation states governments don't have the right to exist unless they funnel all of their money back into defense and welfare.
Well, hot take. This is actually interesting, right? So, like, okay, you never watched any of my stuff. I don't know, but I'm pretty anti my tax dollars going to the poor or anybody. Like, I don't want my tax dollars going to somebody else. There's things I do want my tax dollars going to do. But however, that being said, since we discovered all this fraud, like going to where these programs are supposed to go to, I'm kind of like, well, hold on. Why don't we, before we get rid of them completely, let's restructure them and see if they work. I'm okay to see some shit tried. The money's already been allocated. Let's gut this shit, get the fucking corrupt people out there, and then actually give it a go. And if it works, hey, maybe I was wrong. I'm willing to see. But like, if we're not willing to get rid of the fraud, the whole program need to go. Like, I go
with that. Hey, I got something for you guys before I have to get out of here. But I've been wanting to get to this all show. I can't wait. I couldn't wait for this. So do you think the cruise liner hantavirus scare, which is all of like 20 cases, by the way, it's not even that many. Do you think it's 11 cases? I'm sorry, 11 cases. Do you think it's a distraction from the other cruise ship?
Yeah,
where they were pimping kids.
Yeah, I absolutely.
So that if somebody says, "Have you heard about that cruise ship thing?" Somebody just immediately goes to hantavirus.
Yeah, I think it's really suspicious timing.
It's very suspicious timing.
That's why I brought that up when I came in here. I was like, it was literally like 24 hours later. The hantavirus is a thing. Like, I was like,
have you heard about that cruise ship thing? Oh, that hantavirus thing? Yeah, something with kids. Yeah, the hantavirus thing.
It's such crazy timing. I can't even believe it.
Oh, that is interesting timing. What do you think, Dennison?
Say again?
What do you think about that?
I mean, it's hard to say. I think we've entered a time of hyperrealism where the narrative is more real than reality itself.
Mm-hmm.
And like everything is a distraction of a distraction of a distraction at this point. Like for example, isn't the pedo boat, isn't that a distraction too? You know what I mean? Like,
it's a distraction. Oh. It's a distraction meant to keep people from actually paying attention to anything else.
I used to make fun of Jean Baudrillard when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And now I think he's right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's my problem is I don't think it's as organized as some of these people think. Whether it's one world order, it's a uniparty. I'm like, nah. Too many people are corrupt. There's probably like 60 fucking little cabals and like every major government that's like got little different like things. Like when they're like the deep state, I'm sure there's multiple deep states, right? Like just like within the US government. And when I say that, I don't
they all fight each other.
Yeah, they all fight each other, but like I'm sure there's some sort of oligarchy that runs a lot of the shit, But I think it's there people are the average person I think can break into that if they make enough money. Like Jeff Bezos, right? This guy was in his garage doing Amazon. Now he's one of the most powerful people in the world. You tell me this guy is not able to get in cahoots with some other major people? Absolutely, right? But do I think he was involved with like the Illuminati day one? No, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Right?
Wishy Bitchy says Disney pedo boat is kind of to be expected. Sure. Now they got to try Epstein out so they can really draw it away. But anyway,
did you see his note?
Yeah. Sorry,
did you see Epstein's note that got released?
Epstein's notes,
his suicide note.
No, I did not.
You should go look.
Or maybe I did, and I don't remember it.
It's pretty sus.
All right, so this is the last thing I want to get into, and I gotta go, but I can't. So, have you seen Kash Patel testifying before the Senate?
Mm-hmm.
Recently, no.
And it's not just him; it's like all the righties are smoking these fools. Like literally, like somebody will say something. And I was watching this guy the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but he was like, "Hey, this is what it is," and some Democrat would be like, go off on a tangent. Yeah, that's really nice. But what about the question? Can you answer the question that I just asked you? And it's been awesome to watch all of these officials, and Kash Patel especially. It was, I forget which senator it was, Van something or the other, over the Atlantic report alleging excessive drinking and performance issues. They're basically calling Patel a drunk. And Patel's like, no, I'm not a drunk, and then went back after the senator, which was hilarious.
Getting wrecked real hard.
Can you play us some highlights?
Sorry,
can you play us some highlights?
I don't do clips, man. I'm very, very bad at clips, but it was really good. You gotta watch the Senate. You gotta watch the Senate committees.
They've had a lot of these things, and the other thing is like the Dems aren't even showing up to some of these hearings now. Like for the fraud hearings, they're not even showing up. And because they're getting embarrassed over and over.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because they get hammered every single time they show up to these meetings, man. It's not like the old days where they could just filibuster. Like the Hawaiian lefties were getting totally embarrassed in the last firearms debate thing. It was
and then on top of that, like now the gerrymandering, which I kind of wanted to touch on, is like, okay, we might get plus 12 if that's true, and I've seen up to plus 40. Let's just say they get plus 12, and then there's 8 toss-ups. That means the Republicans only need 1 seat of the toss-ups to be able to keep the majority in the House in the midterms. This is like unprecedented. And then on top of that, there's been a 2 million person votership from the Dems to the Republicans, and the Dems are broke. They had to get a loan to run 2 fucking campaigns for governor.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Rubio's been awesome too. I'm going to agree with Cleaner, man. Rubio the energy has been really, really strong from Rubio. I'm impressed, which I'm not a particular fan of Rubio, but even I am pretty impressed lately.
Are the anti-Trump trolls in your chat, are they right-wingers? Are they never Trumpers, or are they left wing?
No, so Anson's not an actual anti-Trump troll. He's just trolling the whole chat he's just been on this kick lately. He just want to say, he basically says whatever, the opposite of whatever I say. Hey, it's the book of RLM, which I'm not sure why her camera's not working, but that's all right. There we go. There it is. And it's just been crazy lately with the hearings. And yeah, you're right that a lot of times they're not showing up. When they do show up, they get hammered left and right. It's like all of a sudden the right's decided to take the gloves off. Now that all they need to do is make sure they continue that energy in the voting box and make some shit happen. It's been really good. So, and in Tennessee, I said I'd talk about this on Monday, and I didn't have a show Monday, but so I think there's this kid, Jesse Pearson, and he was one of the Tennessee 3 that got into trouble and actually got kicked off of the Senate because of misconduct back during an anti-gun display that where they walked into a vote with a bunch of people and made a bunch of noise and basically interrupted state proceedings, and they threw him out. He got back in, and then he got reelected. And but now what they've done in Memphis is they redistricted Memphis congressionally, and that applies to the state districts as well. So there's no way he will ever get elected again, ever. Like, there's just no way. And he has been, and he is so pissed. And he was doing really good. He's being very eloquent. He's being very effective right up until we have video of him yelling obscenities at state troopers just doing their jobs. And like just being just a complete asshat. Now, of course, the left loves that, but it plays so badly for him. So anyway, welcome, Rebecca. How are you? Rebecca, RLM.
RLM. RLM.
Is our camera frozen?
I've been doing that weird thing last like week or so with freezing people.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, I can now. Yes.
I'm gonna drop. Yeah. Okay. I was like, I'm borging out. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh no, you're good.
Yes. No. I'm gonna drop off and come back. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, there's just a lot of lag.
Florida's Wi-Fi.
No, it's StreamYard.
Hi.
It's StreamYard. They've been doing this problem like last week. You know, freeze, but we can still hear them and shit.
I think it's YouTube actually, because last week I was on Talk Studio. We can hear you.
Okay, good.
So the other night, Friday night, I was in the middle of my show and everything on my end was perfect, but it was lagging like all hell on YouTube side. And I thought that it was Streamlabs.
YouTube had an outage on Friday. Yeah.
I thought it, which is why we're on StreamYard today instead of Streamlabs. Good afternoon, Uncle Guns. Good afternoon, sir.
No, yeah, YouTube reported that they went down partially throughout, some of the service area.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, RLM, can you hear us now?
That's crazy. Yes, I can, sir. Hi.
Awesome. How are you today, this fine day? There might be a lag.
Good. I sent everyone over from G's.
Nice.
Can you hear me when we ended?
Yeah, I got you. Everybody got her.
Then we ended the stream talking about food, and I was like, "Ooh, food." It was like we were talking about fresh oysters and lobsters, especially like you can get on the coast of Florida, like the west coast of Florida. So I went and got some grub, and now I came to say hello for a quick minute.
Yeah, we're just getting ready to end. So I'm glad you popped up. So, what did you think of the show today?
Yeah, I to be honest, when I got in the car and I went out, I was catching some back and forth with Admiral and Cal.
Girl.
And then
I
said, and then you know how I feel about that grid. I've already told you that, so I don't do that. And then I caught the China conversation, China and the meat, and all the good stuff that's going on, and China,
yeah. Gibbs, are you getting rid of those puffy eyeballs?
Oh yeah, man, this thing's amazing.
Gibbs, can I show you some, Gibbs?
Oh yeah,
Can I show you something? So, lymphatic drainage, right? You always want to go from the inside and out, because this is how we're pushing the fluid out of the face. So never up and down like that. So even under the eye, and you don't want to do back and forth. You want to go one way, and that's it, just one way.
All right, now we'll learn.
She's got one that hugs the cheekbone. Look at that.
Look at that.
I had like
fancy.
I had like
that
these
looks like a set of nuts.
I had like I broke. I can't tell. I broke all this in college.
I was gonna say that.
And these things feel amazing.
So always from center out, even when you're applying your skincare, massaging your face, it's always that way, because you want to push the water out, never back and forth.
Yeah, it feels amazing, because I broke all of this a lot of times, and so my sinus kind of just crushed and shit, and so these things have been wonderful. I have the ice one in the other room too. Big fan.
I was talking to Josh, and I was like trying to see, because I'm going back to the cosmetics world. It's unfortunately have to, but it's fine. And I was trying to see how I can incorporate the things that I do outside of YouTube, but like the majority of my viewers are men. So
shocking.
Well, I mean,
man, I'm telling you right now, that shit she was just teaching is life changing. You'll get you one of these jade rollers.
But I want to keep it that way, right? Because I enjoy it. So I was thinking, I was like, what did you think if I would do like suggestions, where it comes to care for men and skincare and like colognes and stuff like that. You know, coming from a woman, it might be a little more fun.
It's a good idea, honestly, because I tell you what, there's, especially when you go to these conventions like debate or if you go to like normal conventions, I do a lot of these, people fucking reek, and I'm like, fam, get you some. Listen, I was like, you can literally take a spit thing and send it to some of these companies. They'll match you with like pheromone colognes that'll match your shit so you smell better as you sweat. Like it's like $30. I know that you're not $30.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's a good idea, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I mean that's my field. I did skincare for years. I know a bit about it. What's good, what's not, and so yeah, stay tuned.
All right. So,
what about an alternative to surgery for ball lifting? Any recommendations there?
Peptides, babe. Peptides tighten up all the skin.
Yeah, can I safely rub some peptides down there?
I think you get a shot.
So you'd have to inject it. But peptides tighten it all up.
But you can probably get a shot in the stomach.
He only calls it the
Are you telling me I got to get a shot in my balls?
It's a shot in the stomach. You can do a shot. You would inject it yourself. You can get the pout. Denny, I'll hook you up. I'll send you a website you can go through.
Yeah.
All right then.
Great. I've been taking peptides for my knee, and it's been helping like everything.
Peptides are amazing for anti-aging, for your skin, weight loss, for everything, hair growth.
All right. It seems like I missed one of these earlier.
Balls.
Gibbs, I got the play, but Kel is also the absolute evil in the meme and not neutral or chaotic evil.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Fair.
Fuck them.
Did I miss one of those? I don't think I did, but let me just make sure that I did not miss a super chat. You know, just because that would be rude.
I saw that.
Also, cleaner.
Shout out to the chat. All those memberships.
Yeah.
Also, the eye roller thing became a thing after you get hit in the face a bunch. Cleaner. If you get hit in the face enough, this thing is like better than sex, bro. It's so good. You have no idea. Don't get hit in the face, guys. Learn to dodge.
Don't get hit in the face.
You can do it while you're watching your shows, watching your games, doing whatever. You just like massage.
I didn't have the head movement, so I was like, I have toughness. How bad can it be if I just eat these shots? Now I'm older. I'm like, now I know I shouldn't.
I mean, you don't get to look like this at 46 without having a little knowledge, yeah?
Well, there you go.
Your lymphatic system also works on gravity and moving too, so walking is probably the best thing you could do for your health lymphatically. Get standing upright and move your legs and go places.
Yep.
I do a lot of walking. I've been hitting in the 8,000 steps every day. So
nice.
So good.
All right. I did miss this. Sorry, Frosty. Gibbs, Kel is playing some sort of game and wants you to play along. I will be honest. I have no idea what she's doing, but it sounds horrific.
I mean, it was horrific. Ginger on ginger crime.
HOR.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, ginger on ginger violence. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Learn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna. You know what? I am going to allow. Oh, we got Snowfire in here. What's up? On treadmill last night and just did 2 miles. Good to see. Treadmills are okay for walking, but actually running on treadmill seems to really not be good for me.
No bueno.
Your mileage may vary. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a lot of fun. I've had a great time today. I'm going to raid you over to my friend and yours, Chaotic Truth, because
wait, Beth just went live too. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to.
Beth.
Yeah.
I already had it set up to go to.
That's my bad. And then that's where
I vote Beth.
I'm going over
you vote Beth. You know what? I'll raid Beth this one time. I'm kidding. I don't really care.
Are you going to go on panel, RLM?
Yes, I'll be there. RLM.
Well, I have a show. I have a show at 5 Central Time. If y'all want to see it, we're going to be arguing about MAGA populism versus if it's a good or bad thing. So it'll be fun.
And Admiral, this is my first time on panel with you, but I have seen you. I appreciate you and your content. So Book of RLM, if you want to have some late night fun and shenanigans, that's where I'll be.
All right.
Oh, there's always some
I just subbed to you, Gibbs, so I'll see you later.
All right. Appreciate y'all. I'll go find y'all. All right. Y'all be good. I do have to go. I'm going to raid myself as well. Thank y'all.
Gibbs, I think they're going to be talking about you over on the
Madam, listen, what's that song, Celebrity? The more they run my name down, the more my price goes up.
Well, I think they're not. I think you're the hero in this adventure. You may want to check it out.
I'll go take a gander. But you be good, brother. I appreciate it.
All you guys have fun. I'm probably going to do a show tomorrow night. I'd normally wait. I haven't been doing as many of the daytime shows, but probably tomorrow night. In the meantime, as always, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them, and get off my lawn.
Oh yeah.